This music is so ominous. I don't know what to tell you. It's... Go ahead and turn that off. It's, I don't know. It's not the jam for the fam. It's just not hitting, you know? You know? Anyway.
Hello, motherfucker.
Hi, welcome in, Jada Nickel Variety Streamer. If you have not read the title, it is my birthday. I do whatever I feel like here, and right now we're going to watch some Asians do some cooking. And am I the asshole? The Discord is on. If you want to craft, if you want to game, that's where I'm at. Hey. Welcome in. Oh, wait. Before I get in trouble for it.
We're gonna have some fun tonight, 'cause you can't touch my boobies. Don't be shy, yeah, it's alright, 'cause you can't touch my boobies.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, Broski B. What's up? What's up?
This is a compilation of how to break
I'm
up
just
in 10 seconds or
drinking
less.
some
My
juice in
boyfriend
here.
found out a secret of mine, and now he won't leave me alone.
Puffing
What's the secret?
on my no drugs.
I'm a writer. A serious writer who got her first
'Cause it's
book
a Wednesday.
published and a few
So what you
poems
gonna
that
do on
made
a
its way
Wednesday?
to the local paper. Period. I make a living out of it. I also have a very secret blog that I use to publish fan fiction under a pseudonym. I know when we mention fan fiction, the first thing that comes to mind is I'm an obsessed fangirl who writes countless
I will
of
switch the
OCs,
games at some
and all
point.
of them are in love with an alter ego of myself and blah blah.
I'm a huge fan.
No, I just really like exploring my favorite characters and the universe they live in. If I'm reading a book, playing a game, watching a movie, I sometimes think, what if? And write it out. It's been my secret for a long while now. It used to be. My boyfriend found my blog when I forgot to clear out my history on my laptop. I don't hide stuff from him, it's just a bit of a habit I picked up since I was a child and was curious about spicy videos phase.
I'm not a complicated man. I like cinema.
We had a family computer, and if I didn't clear the history, I'd get caught, so I would always do this. He's been mocking me for it. Mocking you. I'm not fragile. I can take mocking every now and then, if I know it's not really malicious. My boyfriend, on the other hand, keeps laughing and making jokes about me being a Tumblr girl, about me wanting to be with those characters, and so on. It's to the point where he read a few and started nitpicking and making fun of some of it. A person who criticizes someone's artwork. It's a hobby, it's something she does for fun, and I fail to understand, like, why it's so funny. Honestly, I think he's a little jealous. I talked to him, he dismissed me. I finally snapped yesterday when he came over and I was writing, again, for the local paper, and he said, writing your weird smut fan fiction fangirl?
Hello,
It's exactly
motherfucker.
people like
Hello,
OP that
fucking
end up
mother.
writing big blockbuster movies. People with like big imaginations, people that
Woo
really
woo.
enjoy what they do. They enjoy the art of it. Like if he enjoys
Hey.
movies and TV shows and books and like media, guess who the type of person is behind those things
What
that you
color?
like watching and those things that you consume. I always find that the people that are making fun and the people that say that it's cringe or whatever are people that are too scared to do it themselves. It is impossible to like reach
where's the other
success
one?
and to not have started someone that's cringe. You have no idea how many people are afraid of really taking that leap and trying something creative, something that they're passionate about, because they're worried about being cringe or being made fun of. We all get the cringe thing, especially at the beginning, until
there it
we
is.
have, you know, a few 100,000 people watching our channel every month. You see what I'm saying? He meant it as a joke. He laughed, but I was already so cranky that I told him to leave. He looked at me puzzled and said he was kidding, but I kicked him out. English is not my native language. I started learning English when I was 9 years old because there was no one to write or read fan fictions of a particular fandom I was into in my native
Which one?
language.
Green,
English is
black,
also not
or
your
hot
first
pink?
language, and you're a writer. Props to you. I think you're cool. Because of it, I discovered how much I love writing. Because of it, I learned English and it saved my life when I needed a job but was inexperienced at a lot of things. But man, I could speak and write
Green,
English fluently. And all
black,
thanks to writing
hot
fan
pink.
fiction. It means a lot to me, and I'm not hurt that most people think it's silly and make fun of fan fiction writers. I'm hurt because the boy I love is being horrible about it, and I'm this close to breaking up. I don't deserve to be mocked for something I like, especially when I don't judge him with the stuff he likes. This is exactly what people are afraid of, right? Like, they're afraid of like putting themselves out there, being creative and trying new things because they're afraid of like how other people will react. There's a reason why you publish under a pseudonym. There's a reason why you didn't tell him. It's exactly this type of thing that makes you like afraid to do it. And you certainly don't want this fear to become a reality, especially not with someone that like you're dating that's supposed to love you and support you. I don't love this. He wants me to come over but doesn't think he's wrong and doesn't see how his behavior is hurting me. What do I do? I learned a long time ago not to be ashamed of doing something that brings me joy, especially when times are hard enough already. But it hurts so much that my boyfriend thinks I'm a loser and I don't know what to do, and I'm starting to see him differently. I don't blame you. As someone who puts herself out there quite a bit, I can't even tell you how many times I've tried to like have fun, do something that I really enjoy, and people have just told me to stop. It hurts at the end of the day. But those are like faceless people on the internet, you know what I mean? Those are people that like, they expect to see something from me and they don't see it. You know, they don't like change or whatever. But like, I can't even imagine dating someone like that. I just got the ick. I genuinely feel like you guys have to talk. It could be all in good fun. I get why you're mad, but you need to explain to him exactly why you find it so hurtful. And if he still continues to do it or doesn't apologize for it, then I would consider maybe that this relationship isn't the best for you. The joke is old. No one's laughing except you at me. If you want to have a girlfriend much longer, you'll stop. Any excuses or explanations can be met with either I don't care, just stop, or please drop it, or that's it, we're done. I agree, this is not okay. He seems insecure about it. That's his problem. I hope you feel better. Why does that affect him at all? I want to answer everyone, and I'll try, but to clear things up, I don't think my boyfriend was snooping. I always clear my history out of habit, and this time I left it there. It most likely came up in the search bar since he told me he just found it there. The problem here is not my sense of humor. It's the fact that when I told him I write fics and came clean about it, I was laughing with him. Then the mockery started, and for the next few days, I was a crazed fangirl in his eyes, and he wouldn't let it go. That is not having a sense of humor. That's someone I love being hurtful toward me on purpose, even though I told him to knock it off. I genuinely find that the people that criticize you for trying something are not brave enough to try it themselves. They come at it from like, I'm not supposed to do this, so neither can you. You're not the only one. If he's not going to be supportive, I just genuinely feel like you can find someone who not only be supportive, but also have the same passions as you. We are currently not talking. He thinks I'm being oversensitive, and I'm here reading your replies. I haven't let him come to my house yet until I think of something to tell him. I already have something in my head thanks to you guys. This is the first time I see my boyfriend acting this way. I wouldn't be with him if he had been like this since the beginning. This is the first time, and it's probably
An
why I'm so
awesome
shocked here. I'm
reward.
hurt. A joke or two, fine. Straight up mean mockery, no. I don't know if he got jealous. I don't know if the content or the stories bothered him. I don't know. I plan on finding out. You do? Update.
Ah, there it is. My favorite 2 words.
He and I have teased each other before. I tease my best friend, she teases me back. Stupid, trash teasing. I still have some of my earliest fics in English, and my grammar was awful, really awful, with sentences like, and he tried to think not about her. Tried is spelled with a Y. She throws that sentence back at me all the time, and it's always in good heart, and always in a, oh God, look at the crap you used to write, and look at you now. This is not what happened with my significant other and I. He went out of his way to make me feel uncomfortable and hurt. This is why I came here for help, because someone I love was being cruel out of nowhere. Maybe he's like afraid that you'll get so big and like leave him. Either way, it's toxic and you don't need that. And so, for the sake of this update, I need you guys to keep in mind I'm in no way ashamed of writing fics, and that my significant other's behavior was more than strange and cruel. He's never acted that way before. So, I met him the day after so we could talk. He was pissed because I kicked him out. I was pissed because of his behavior. I went home and I straight up asked why my fics bothered him so much. He kept saying it didn't, that he was just having fun and all, and I explained to him how it made me feel. He snorted. Oh, not the snorting.
You're done. You're done.
I told him if he wasn't going to take this seriously, then he could leave and not come back. After a while, in a brief discussion about him being incredulous, that I was so upset over nothing, he finally told me the real reason behind his actions. That he doesn't feel comfortable with me writing spicy scenes. Why?
You make me feel inadequate.
This came out of nowhere, and even when the issue was discussed here, I was like, nah, he would never have a problem with that. He even praised the one in my book. Well, I asked him directly that. Why did he praise the one in my book? Why did he encourage me to write more of it? He said he hadn't stopped to think about the consequences, that when I wrote it in my book, he didn't know or see how many people enjoyed it. When he read the ones in my blog, he could see how many people reblogged it. He could see the comments. He could see everything, and it bothered him because I was his girlfriend. Come on, man. It's her art. This is how she wants to express herself. She's not out here cheating. She's just writing about it and using her imagination. He's policing her imagination now? Get out of here. I asked him what he meant by that. He said, I was putting myself out there by writing this stuff. She's writing under a pseudonym, at least the stuff on her blog. I held back the urge to snap calmly and asked him again what he meant by that. He said he knew how guys think and that they were seeing how easy I was, and I'd soon be getting stalkers because I, quote, I like spicy like a sleuth. Isn't that lovely? Oh no, he gotta go. That is so weird. No, he's saying that because he thinks like that. Okay, so like, is every person that's ever written like a movie or TV show or book that has a spicy scene in it, does that make them like does he enjoy stuff like that? Someone has to write that stuff. Weird. Give me a break. He quickly tried to fix it to tell me he didn't mean it like that. He meant that I write detailed and explicit scenes and that it might give people the wrong idea.
Ooh.
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right.
I asked if I give him the wrong idea when we have spicy time, and he just shut up. I think he realized then how much of an idiot he was because he started apologizing. It's giving controlling. It's giving I don't want my woman to work. It's giving I don't want my woman to have an imagination. It's giving slut shaming. And it's also giving someone who's low-key a little bit jealous, I think. And being jealous for a really silly reason. I ended it. I ended it and changed my blog's URL. He's been calling and calling and calling, texting me nonstop that he's sorry, but I can't look at him the same way. Why are you changing your blog's URL? So that he can't read it? Ugh, let him read it. Who cares? I have a feeling with an imagination like you have, you're gonna get like really, really, really big. And I need to take this advice myself. You should never be ashamed of the stuff that you put out there. Most people are too afraid to put their creative stuff out there. And it's the people that are brave enough to do it that end up being successful.
Sorry, I had
that is
to
literally
wee.
the only difference between someone who is a successful
Hi.
artist and someone who wants to be. The
I had to wee,
successful
sorry.
artist is brave enough to put themselves out there over and over and over again, knowing that what they put out might not be received well, knowing that they might be cringe,
just had to go
knowing
pee.
that they might upset people.
Turn on my
or
stream and
whatever.
I'm looming and watching Am I the Asshole?
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
It takes bravery to keep showing
Have I been
up
doing what,
consistently.
looming or
Even
watching
if
Am I the
I
Asshole?
ever
I've
forget
been
him,
on
just
for.
know, I like spicy time, so that makes me but that's not
Charlotte's
a problem
been
when
doing
I'm
Am I the
spicy with him.
Asshole for
I'm
a
heartbroken
couple
over this
years
because
now.
I don't know. This came out of nowhere before
But
breaking
not
up.
very
he said everything
long.
would be okay
She
if
used
I
to
just
do a
never
bunch of
wrote
other
about
stuff.
spicy time.
Well, I'm
What?
subscribed,
I mean,
so yeah.
really? No, I
keep-
like it. I like writing
I don't watch
about
them,
it.
like,
I
I'm
like
ca-
writing
I'm
fics.
catching up
I
on
like
them.
it. It pays my bills, so screw that. But in his mind,
That's what I do
if
during
just
my
stopped
craft
writing
stream is
the
I catch
spicy
up on the
scenes,
Am
then
I
he
the
wouldn't feel
Assholes.
insecure and wouldn't lash out like this.
When
no,
I
no,
game
no.
or
It's like a
I'm.
him problem, not a me
Because I need
problem.
noise happening.
Let's not make ourselves
Smaller.
accommodate people with small minds. I'm glad it came out though. This side of him, still, it's just so freaking sad. If you will find someone, if you care about finding someone else, who really loves this about you and loves your mind and your imagination. Here's the thing about playful teasing. It only works when the other party's into it. If they don't like it and you tease anyway, you're not being affectionate, you are bullying. It's always interesting when the people that tease can dish it, but they can't take it. It would be interesting to start teasing him for like what he does. You're broken up, so it doesn't really matter. If you get to a point where it's like, okay, that's enough, and they keep doing it,
Well,
that is
I
like
appreciate that
unwanted.
there's nothing Friday.
Okay?
That means
like
I
they
get
know
all
that
of
you don't
you.
like it and they continue to do it. That is bullying. Am I the a-hole for very rarely or almost never
Yeah.
wanting to go to
Well,
restaurants because my girlfriend makes
hopefully
food
we
that's
have it all
just as
free,
good,
and if we
if
do, we
not
can go
better
do
than
something.
restaurant food. So
care if
are we
it's even
saying you
fucking-
like don't want to take our girlfriend
I
out
don't
to
care
like
what it
dinner
is or
because
where,
she can
but-
just make it and slave away in the kitchen?
I'd say eat
I've been with my
outside, but
wonderful
I like it
girlfriend for a
better
few
when I
years
cook
now,
at home
and we
because then
usually
I don't
along
get
great,
sick.
aside from this current issue. She's a self-proclaimed foodie, which I
So
honestly
I
think
don't
is just
know.
selling herself short. She's a
But I do
food
wanna go out
genius.
with
She
Giselle
can
when I
taste
find
and
out.
smell a dish and then turn around and recreate it, or even make it better than the original. Wow. If you taste something and wonder, what's
don't
that
want
super
belly
subtle
pain.
flavor? She'll tell you. It's anchovy paste, sumac, lavender, some other obscure spice that you never would think of. When someone is cooking something and they go, it's missing something, she can tell you exactly what it needs. It doesn't stop there. She knew I had
I'm
touched
watching
a
some
diesel
Asians
truck
cook
at work
lobster.
one morning as soon as I walked into the house that night.
'Cause
because she could
it's an
somehow
ADHD stream,
smell
so
it on
there's
me.
4 windows
It's
of
either
stuff
really
going.
cool or really creepy.
There's the
depending
camera
on the
pointed
day.
at my
That's not it
face, the
either.
camera
She
pointed at
heard
my
about a
lap,
lost family recipe, and the
a
next
camera-
week, bam,
not
I'm
a
eating my
camera, a
grandmother's homemade
page
sausage again
of
for the first
Charlotte
time in 15 years.
and a page
it's gotten
of
to the point where I don't see the point of going out to
outdoor,
eat pretty
like,
much
you know,
ever,
street
except
cooking.
maybe her birthday. Even
And
the most
they're
exotic
cooking-
ingredients aren't out of her
they're
reach
cooking
either.
daddy-sized
Even though it's not
lobsters.
about cost, I've saved up more being with
They
her
just
than I
snipped
ever
them
had
full
in any
ass in
other
half.
relationship. The only places we really
Full
go for date
size.
night is ramen.
They just, like,
she
took
can't
some
figure out how to make
shears
the
and
noodles,
snipped
but
them
she
up.
still tries. So it's
And
just
they're
a matter
putting
of
them
time
straight up on
and
the
sushi.
grill.
I feel like I know where this is going,
And then
but
they're
like
filling them with some
also,
crap.
just because you can make food that's really
That one has a whole
good,
buttload
the
of-
fact she knows
is that?
exactly the ingredients, everything
Some
that you
kind of a
described,
yellow?
she is a food genius. She is.
I don't know what
Wouldn't
kind of
that
crap
also
that is,
mean
but it
that
looks
she would
tasty.
appreciate a
Anyway,
food
some kind of
genius
yellow
too?
goop.
I can understand not
One
wanting
had
to go to your
full of
run-of-the-mill
green onions
pub,
and the other
bar,
one's full of,
restaurant type thing.
like a
Plenty of
gochujang
really
spicy
good
sauce.
restaurants out there that offer
Yeah, they put them
really
cut side
special
down
experiences
first,
that
and
I'm
then they
sure she
flip
would
them right side
appreciate.
up
Our
and
anniversary
fill
was
their guts
recently,
with some
and I
stuff.
noticed that our local fish counter was
And then
selling
let them
sushi
cook a little
grade
bit
fish,
longer.
along with rolling mats and nori. So I suggested we have homemade sushi.
I wonder
for our
if it's like a
anniversary
mayonnaise
dinner
and
that she
corn
has to make
situation.
before going out, and she's upset and said,
I'm not learning how to make sushi
I
because
have the
then
mic-
I'll
I know I
never
have
get
the
a
mic
real
on, I
date
don't
ever
care.
Again.
we ended up
I'm
going
talking
out
to Potato,
instead.
Javi.
Because you're telling her
He's
that
been
she
on the
needs to
streams
work.
many
I
times.
understand it's fun for her. I understand that she enjoys it. Food and
like,
being
"The
a
microphone's
foodie is
on."
not just like, oh, it's good, let's just like go grab something quick to eat. There's like an experience that comes
No.
with being a foodie.
T&L is
Taking
the
her to,
cheese
like, a
man.
Michelin
Javi
star
is
restaurant.
the
Taking her to a new
delicious
avant-garde
Hispanic
restaurant that's in the
Chilean
city or
lady
something.
with the
experiences
babies.
that come with being like really into
Yeah, the red
food,
one's definitely
just
a
because
spicy
she can
sauce
make
'cause they're not
it
putting as
doesn't
much
mean
on
she
it.
wouldn't really
That one looks like a straight up mayonnaise or a tartar sauce. So there's the yellow colored one.
because of the culinary
Then there's
experience.
one
It's
that's
something
clearly
she would
mayonnaise or
appreciate,
cheese or a
even though she
bechamel,
could
and they're
probably make it
sprinkling
for
some
herself.
cheese on it.
You
This
even
looks
said
fucking
money's
banging.
not an issue for you. You seem to be saving a lot of money. Don't you feel like you could take her somewhere super special because of how much she's
Oh, yeah,
given
that's
you?
cheese.
It kind of took me
Bechamel
by
and
surprise that she
cheese
got
is
so
that one.
mad. She lightly
I'm
mentioned
really
wanting to
curious
go out
what the yellow
occasionally to
one is,
places like
though.
Olive Garden because she likes the red sauce, or other places because she likes the food.
When you're here, you're family.
And a
And now
corn
I'm
or
thinking
something.
about it. She's gotten kind of gloomy because I've asked her to cook on date nights instead of going out more often.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I love you,
I can
kick-ass.
see why. At the end of the day, it's like not everybody feels like cooking all the time. I'm also curious if you clean up too. Like, does she clean too? It's a lot of work to cook every night, and also to feel you're giving and giving and giving and not really getting a lot in return. She also brought up that food she cooks tastes better to me because she's tasting it and smelling it while it cooks. So her senses are dulled by the time it's served. But she has the most acute sense of smell and taste I've ever seen, so I think that's kind of just an excuse. I also think that's a bit of an excuse. I understand, kind of. Yeah, I feel like she's just trying to convince you to take her out. She wants you to take her out. I just don't think it's worth it to go out and pay her restaurant food prices when we can stay home for home food prices and have food that's just as excellent. Okay, but the difference is that she's the one that has to do it. She's the one that has to go shopping, buy everything, prepare everything. Like, sometimes really extravagant meals take all day. So Reddit, am I the a-hole for not wanting to pay a restaurant to cook my meals? Because I practically have a private chef of my very own.
You don't have a private chef. Y'all just heard me talking about it. I have food allergies. I have celiac, and cross-contamination in outside restaurants that are not dedicated gluten-free happens every single time. And it becomes a matter of how painful do you want the rest of your night to be? Because you know it's going to happen when you go out to... Like, y'all don't fucking understand the amount of pain. No, you know what? You do. Have you ever been super everybody has. Constipated. Like, holy fuck constipated. Have you ever eaten a bunch of green stuff and gotten full of farts and your belly's all bloated up and painful because you're full of farts from eating cruciferous vegetables? Combine the two. That's what it feels like to have a mild gluten reaction. A mild cross-contamination. You want to know what a full-blown I ate some gluten owie bowie ow? Go ask those bitches that have pooped babies. Go ask them. Go ask them. It is 3rd trimester, full active baby pain. Like, my guts blow up all the way possible, like literal inflation, and then they grind on each other and bleed and shit. Like, I have to crawl to the bathroom. If you've birthed a human, you know what I'm saying. For those men's out there, you ever fallen on the bar on your bicycle and, like, smacked your nads all the way up into your esophagus? It's that. It's that, but there's no come down. You're at that for days, like a full fucking week or more. Gluten is not my pal. It is a full asshole. And it ain't fun. I miss donuts. Yeah. I miss being able to eat outside. I miss regular shit that you take for granted. Everything that you don't realize has gluten in it, fucking caramel coloring, liquid smoke, malt, barley, hops, obviously wheat, rye. Like, you ever tried to have a donut? That's a bunch of gluten. Cakes, gluten. Muffins, gluten. Bread, gluten. Don't anything. Cereal. Most cereals have gluten. Alcohol has gluten. Most alcohols have gluten. You have to go for the hard liquors and things like that. And even the hard liquors, some of them have gluten. Malt, barley, hops, it's all gluten. Rye, gluten. Alcohol is usually made with grains. It's gluten. I can drink rice wines and things. But again, my intestine is not the only thing wrong with me. I don't have a stomach. I only have half a liver. I only have one fully functioning kidney. I do not have a gallbladder. So, like, no fried foods. Limited dairy. Can't eat a lot of sugar. Etc., 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 etc. Like, I'm happy, jolly, whatever on here and in general. Because, like, listen, it could always be worse and has been worse. Always been. I cannot drink carbonated drinks. I can have a small amount of ice cream, but the sugar content in it is going to make me sick either end or both at the same time. So I usually stick to frozen yogurts or sorbets, and I can't have very much of it. Yeah, you think you eating a slice of cake for your birthday? Nah, bruh. Even if you've got a cake that's gluten-free and safe and everything, with everything else, like, I can eat a third or a quarter of a small slice of cake, like, small slice of cake. I can eat about a third of that, maybe a quarter, depending on how much sugar is in it. And then I'm not going to be feeling well for the rest of the night.
You are being an a-hole. Your girlfriend does all this nice stuff
I
for
can
you.
eat
She's cooking you all these amazing meals.
a
and all
third
she
of a
wants is
cupcake,
for you to take
even
she's
on
not
a good
even
day.
asking a lot. She's like, take me
I
to
can eat a
Olive
third
Garden.
of a
Look,
cupcake because
dude,
it's dense
come on.
and heavy
The bar
and a
is
lot
in
of sweet.
tow. Do something nice for her. One of my best friends,
I need more
she's
juice,
an
I got-
incredible chef. Incredible chef. But that doesn't mean that she just wants to slave away in the kitchen all the time. She's also a foodie. She loves going out. She loves taking clients out for dinner to, like, experience the theatrics of, like, the really vibrant food scene that's in Toronto. I bet you anything, you have an opportunity here to really go out of your way, pick, like, a really epic restaurant and take her there. She's done a lot for you. You've saved up some money. Take her for a nice dinner. Nobody wants to just slave away in the kitchen all the time, especially for someone that doesn't even want to take them out for a meal. Like, edit, it's not about the financial aspect of staying home versus going out. I just thought that it was worth mentioning because it's been more of a saving than expected. All the more reason to take her out to a nice place. Edit 2, I'm taking her out to Grovel guys. I'm also going to politely ask that if she finds this off of Twitter, please don't smother me in my sleep for being such a... Edit 3, no Twitter. I don't buy her flowers. Thanks for rubbing it in. I buy her herbs and succulents. What flowers do I buy a woman who likes to preserve them afterward? Also, yes, I wash the dishes. Okay, good.
Bare minimum.
Good lord, completely. You're the a-hole. Read the last line, dude. You said you have your own private chef. Do you think your wife wants to cook every single night for you? No. She makes sacrifices of her time every time she cooks for you, which sounds like a lot. So why can't you sacrifice some of your time to take her out and possibly show her thanks for the things she's done for you? Jeez, man, you're being thick. Maybe that's why she got upset at the thought of never being taken out for dinner again. And I feel like you should bring this up with her directly if it's upsetting you. Maybe tell her you love her cooking more than any restaurant food and she'll love the sentiment and want to cook more. Or maybe she'll say she needs a break from cooking sometimes. Just talk to her. It's also the like, she's cooking and you're not thing. Like, this is a huge passion of hers, and like it just kind of sounds like you're kind of just sitting around while she's cooking for you. Why don't you show that you're interested in it and not just interested in eating it by like getting involved? So it's not just her. So this could be something that you both learn and you're both passionate about, not just something that you benefit from. Or maybe go further than just telling her you love her food and show it. Get another old family recipe from your grandparents, buy the ingredients, and tell her you want to learn how to make it. When you say she knows exactly what the recipe's missing, ask what flavor profile she's detecting. Get involved. You'll still save money. Groceries are cheaper than restaurants, but you have to contribute to both the creation and the cleanup of the meal. Otherwise, she will feel like a private chef instead of a girlfriend. That's it. There it is. And take her to Olive Garden once in a while. Seriously, what the... It's inexpensive, and who doesn't love breadsticks? Even better if you make it a project with her to try and duplicate some of their dishes at home. The bare minimum is she wants to be taken out to dinner. She's fine with Olive Garden or whatever. I'm not sure really where you live, but like the next time you like plan a vacation with your girlfriend, you know, if you don't have any Michelin star restaurants in your city, plan somewhere and take her somewhere like New York and get her into like a really cool culinary experience. Not all of them are super, super expensive. Like they're on the pricier side. You've been saving money having this woman cook for you. I think that she would really enjoy something like that. I went to this Michelin star restaurant once and I had literally a lobster cappuccino. It was the weirdest experience, but it like the theatrics of it, and like it came in a cup. It was basically like a lobster soup in the form of like a cappuccino. The foam on the cappuccino
Did you
was
close
splitting.
it?
And that might sound disgusting for you, but it was delicious. And I would never think of lobster soup.
Smash, smash, smash.
It's fun to like experience food in that.
Good
way.
night, I love you, kiss me!
She serves it. You're the a-hole. You don't have a private chef. You have a girlfriend who I assume is doing all the work on the grocery shopping, meal planning, cooking front while you reap the benefits. I seriously hope you were the one helping clean up the kitchen after dinner at the very least. I also hope since she's doing all of that work, you've picked up the slack in other areas of housework.
Your expectations are too high.
She wants a night off for date night. That's I agree.
Oh, I love you so much.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm getting mad reading this. No offense. No, it actually
Good
is.
night, I love you.
Put yourself in her shoes. You want to relax and spend some time with your partner. Little to no stress involved. But
Yeah,
she insists
but make
that
sure
you
you plug it
spend
in.
what I imagine to be at least 1
Wait,
hour or more
I'm listening
of
to
prep
music.
every time you have a date.
You can't
And I
have it,
assume
I'm listening
when
to
you're not
music.
having a
Okay,
date,
fine, hang on.
too.
Let me take my
She's not
earbud
your
out.
personal chef, and I feel insulted on her behalf that
Okay.
you're thinking of her like that. She likes cooking. Cool. She doesn't live to cook for you. She clearly
Go
has
ahead.
suggested
Taking my
going out
earbud
multiple
out.
times and therefore has voiced her desires to not do home dates when she has put in her time and labor.
You can go ahead.
You're 100%
But listen,
capable. I'm sorry.
when you go to
Actually, I'm
go to
not
bed
sorry.
with, when you go to bed, bring me
3
back
hours
my
after
phone,
seeing
okay,
this,
please?
You're lucky she hasn't
Plug it in,
broken up
though.
with you for being this selfish. It sounds like you got it really, really, really good, man. There is a reason why they say, you know, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. You have a 5-star chef at home. She does a lot for you. She's wife material. She's not
You got
expecting a lot.
snackies?
In
Do you
my
want
opinion, a
chippies
little
or over
more than
here?
Olive
You got
Garden.
cheesies
But that's all she expects.
and
I think that you
Pringles.
should go
Not
like
Pringles,
above and beyond
cheesies
for
and
this person
chippies.
and do like
You
a
have,
really cool culinary experience for her.
pretzels.
Again, this guy has saved a lot
There's
of money
all kinds of
after
stuff.
having his girlfriend do all of this for him, so he can afford it.
Oh, shit, I gotta
think
put my
it
tiara
would be
back
a
on.
really nice thing to do, something that she would really appreciate.
Hi.
Maybe if you take her to a really amazing Michelin star restaurant, she'll be so
Hi.
inspired and want to
I
make it
like
at home.
you.
Win-win.
It's been
So
so
we do have an update.
long.
Okay,
I
guys,
have
this
been
will probably be
on
my last
building
minute.
Legos and
Exploded
shit.
unexpectedly, and I've tried tried to respond to as many
You're
comments as I
on
can,
when
but there's
I'm
just too many of you. If you
sleeping.
ask me a direct
I'm
question
on
and I
in
haven't
the
answered, I'm sorry, my
afternoon,
inbox is
usually
a
up
mess.
there.
I really took everything you guys have said to heart, and I can honestly say I have been.
I built
And
the
it really hurt my relationship with my
Super
girlfriend. It's
Marios.
honestly a surprise that she's still my
and
girlfriend.
that
and
other
forever
shit.
be.
Yeah,
I
those are
really
usually in the
have used
afternoon.
a lot. So her mom picked
On
up
the
the
weekends,
girls,
though.
and I took her out to a really nice tapas restaurant.
Yeah,
She's very
I
excited
got
and seemed to enjoy
your
herself,
live
and I apologize
messages
for being stupid.
at
Oh,
11
that makes
p.m.
me so happy.
or
Good for
1
you.
in the
After we took a
morning.
walk and everything seemed
Um,
perfect, I asked her.
Yeah,
What
I'm
o'clock
that
is it
sleep.
right now?
It's
9
AM or PM?
p.m.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's 6:30
wait,
right now
wait.
here.
oh.
So you get them in the
She said
afternoon too,
no.
because I've been. I have been.
She did it
doing
kindly,
stuff.
but she still said no. She said it wasn't a no forever, but she didn't want to commit
I
to a
haven't
one-sided
seen you on.
relationship, and
I
also
saw
said
you
she doesn't think
yesterday.
it's fair that our relationship
But I
happens
was
on my
so
schedule or
tired.
my terms.
Nah,
You kinda
last
did this
week
sort of
I was
hurtful
on
thing
several
to her.
times
This is the only
doing
time that
Lego.
you've kind of gone out of your way to plan something special.
Or
and then
cooking.
right after
Polls
that,
on
you propose to
Discord,
her.
though.
I could see in that position, she's probably
maybe,
like
probably
a little
not,
bit.
though.
It's not the best.
You gotta get the fucking
Very
Twitch updates on. That's the only way it works, because I can't always send it on the Discord, because for a long while there, my Discord was not logged in on my telephone, and then that's going to happen again. I need to replace my fucking telephone.
But she thinks we should go to premarital, pre-engagement counseling.
I don't
Premarital,
have
Did you just fucking hear that? Premarital, pre-engagement counseling.
No, I muted your
If
stream.
you
I hate the hear me twice.
hang on, let me stream it into the fucking Discord then, so that you can still hear it. If you already need premarital, pre-engagement, you're not even engaged yet, and you already back
The
up,
fuck?
back away, back away,
No,
run, back away, accept defeat, whatever you need to be
Alright,
reassured.
Sam.
Like what?
I babysit this child.
Baby, dude, did you get those mouthguard toothbrushes? Cause they fucking will brush willingly all 3 times a day. More so. I got my Tism Queen loving brushing because I got her that mouthguard one that it like, but at least once a day you've got to do a good thorough, like, you know, as a parent, just because you're crazy. But
Yeah.
that mouthguard one is fucking awesome. And you can get the variety packs of flavored foam toothpaste for like nothing. And it gives them more variety, and they get more excited about it and whatever, and they actually will willingly brush immediately after a meal. You'll go find them in the fucking bathroom sitting on the toilet with it in their mouth, and nobody asked them to brush their teeth. It's bananas! That fucking mouthguard toothbrush thing that like vibrates in their mouth and lights up and whatever. Do it. Bangin'. Telling you.
Conversation.
This
So
coming
Brenna,
from a
you were
mom with a
alright. I'm
kid with
able-
sensory
almost lost the
issues
love
and
of my life. Most
autism
of
and
you were right. It
ADHD.
wasn't
She
over
got all the
response.
good ones.
I mean, I was excited for
She
you.
got
It doesn't
tisms
surprise
and
me
the
that you
D.
wanted to wipe her
But
up,
she
but I don't
fucking
blame
will
her.
brush
I
her
think that
teeth
she
with
knows
that
she
damn
deserves better
thing.
than what you've been given.
And her teeth
Hope
have
you
gotten
guys
so
work it
much
out.
better.
We do
We
have
got her the
one more
flosser
night.
sticks
After
that
I
actually
posted
change
and
color when
proposed
she
and was
flosses with them
rejected,
and show you
things
where the
got pretty
problems
awkward
are.
between us for the first time in 5 years.
Again,
She started
that's
to
like
get
a buck or
snappy at
two.
me easily. She stopped being as affectionate to me. She started making pretty much nothing
Mouthwash
but
that lights
casserole.
up and whatever.
Everything changed. To clarify, she usually liked to make more involved
That like
food than
shows you where the
casserole.
gra
Then one
part
day,
are.
like 3 weeks ago,
Either
she
way,
threw down the spoon
if you can't
she
get
was
them to
using
mouthwash and
serve
everything
the
else, that
1,000th
fucking mouthguard
casserole
toothbrush
this month and
is
snapped at me.
wonderful.
Do you seriously think that I actually like eating at Olive Garden?
Guys, she
So
saw
far,
the
my
post.
problem
She
has
was
been
furious. She doesn't like
them
Olive
not
Garden.
swallowing
She'll eat there
the
because the kids love
toothpaste.
it and it's cheap. I
The
was right
foam
about the red sauce being
toothpaste, get them that
non-acidic.
shit.
Well, in
And then
her
let them
words,
fucking
she's
swallow
never
it,
developed a
because
taste for pasta. She's Latino. Do I ever see her make pasta? No. A meal isn't complete without rice. You don't know me at all. She yelled about Olive Garden for a solid 20 minutes. It wasn't just about Olive Garden. It was
Do you
a
saw
lot
the
about
yarn?
Olive Garden.
I sent
Long
it to
story
you.
short, we've been separated for a few weeks now, and it's not looking good. She loves and respects me, but
Ah!
it's best for her to respectfully disengage from me for her own personal betterment.
She's a
So, yeah,
Latino and
I
you
ruined
thought
my
she
family
loved
by not
Olive
appreciating
Garden?
my girlfriend.
What?
I didn't take her out on dates, and I didn't
What?
pay enough attention. I would do anything.
Oh
to
my
fix
god. I don't
everything.
know.
Actions have consequences.
Respectfully to the Latina in the room, I do
Uh-huh.
not know any Latino that particularly cares for pasta. Like, they'll eat it. They'll eat it, but if you give
I
them
like
a choice, that's not the first one they're going to tell you that they want to eat, ever.
Does it have spices?
See what I said? If you're giving them a choice of absolutely everything or anything, they are not going to
don't
pick
mean-
pasta. They're just
And
not.
I don't mean like just spicy, but seasoning, good seasoning.
Flavorful.
Yeah.
That's what. Most of the Latinos I know, they
we
don't
don't
even, they don't
have
like mac
olive
and
garlic here.
cheese. They don't like,
You know, I will
none
go
of that
just
shit.
because we don't have
What?
it here. Just
You're going to
try
bed with
it
Papa?
once. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just the once.
I don't, I'm telling you, all the Latinos
Just
I know,
out
they
of
don't like,
curiosity.
they don't hate it, but they don't care for pasta. Because I'll, like, make a mac and cheese and I need the poison tester kids to test it out for me, which, that's a joke, because it's not poisoned, I made it. But it'll be like, I don't like pasta, or I don't like mac and cheese, I don't like cheese,
You
I
know,
don't really
I
like,
like it.
and I'm like, what?
I grew up on a lot of pasta. Now it hurts me.
But you make a soup,
But
those
I like
motherfuckers
it.
will pound that stuff. You make anything barbecue, meat. Oh, they like the meat. Oh, they like the meat. But pasta is not
if
ever
you
going to
add-
be the first choice for any Latino. Latino,
It's true,
Latina, whatever. It's just not. Just not. Even the ones that like mushroom, like rice and whatever. Not all of them like risotto
I miss
either,
stuffed
because it gets too
mushrooms.
It gets too
I'm
close.
craving that.
I love mushrooms, but a lot of
Stuff it
them
with cheese.
don't like mushrooms either,
And
or
cherries.
they don't like risotto, which ends up being too close to a pasta because it's just too bland. And I'm like, put stuff in it. What? Put stuff in it. Like, make your mac and cheese with chorizo. Put some
The
fucking
risottos that I have
chilies in
really,
your
really
fucking-
like
right,
is with seafood.
right.
Like all mixed up.
It's a mild one with a seafood, or it might have a bit of kick to it. Like, you gotta
Uh-huh.
put stuff in it. Put
Yes.
the kick
It needs
in.
to have flavor.
It doesn't change the flavor. It adds more body to it, and it gives it a bit of a kick in the just.
TNL1 raided your channel with
It's a
4
raid.
viewers.
Thank you for the raid.
The lion followed your channel.
We were just talking about Latinos and Latinas not particularly caring for pasta. That pasta is not going to ever be their first choice, because it's just not, because we're watching a Am I the Asshole. But also, one of the mods, can you shout out TNL? Thanks for the follow!
Yes, of
Hi,
course.
Jada Nego. It's my birthday. I startle easily by my own sound alerts because I'm a grown-up. Hi. Hi. Yeah, I know they're my sound alerts and that I can adjust the volumes on them. That makes no difference. Y'all know the do 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 do. I know the weasel comes out at the end of the song, and it doesn't matter. I still get startled. Back to the show.
You had to say,
Sorry, I really
hi,
am.
welcome
I think
raiders,
that the
and then
anniversary
alert,
thing was
and
the
you
straw that
scream.
broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
Like, I think that
Well,
she
you're
would've
Yeah,
been
I
this way for a
screeched
while.
first, and then I
really
welcome
don't
the
blame
raiders
her.
in once I collect my
Sorry.
panties.
Like, not in the slightest.
Once I
Nobody
collect
wants
my
to feel
panties.
Like they're
So this
a
is
maid.
Charlotte Dobre. She's a Canadian comedian that does a bunch. Anyway, I'm a Canadian. I adore Charlotte. She's hilarious. So we're just watching a bunch of Am I the Assholes while I craft. It's my birthday. I'm gonna be on here for a bit. But if more people start rolling up in the Discord, etc., I'll switch to games or whatever. But also, you have channel points that control the whole situation. Go nuts. Use your points. Make me do things. Look, I'm already sporting my tiara. Thank you, Javi. And I already had a good girl snack. Again, thank you, Javi. So yeah, your channel points can control all the stream situations, y'all. Do your
Or
thing.
a private chef, which
6K,
is literally what
you
you
picked
described
them.
her as. Maybe next relationship come around.
I see you
can do nice
streaking.
things for
Holy
your partner
shit.
sometimes.
TNL.
But
Man,
this is a learning
25.
experience, right?
Holy
Don't let it get to the
poop.
point where she questions
Such a
whether
good
or not you
boy.
appreciate
Yeah.
her. My girlfriend told me about some mean prank she did to a slower kid in high school.
Yes!
Is it a red
I
flag,
had a good
even
girl
though
treat.
it
Listen,
was a
we just
few
talked about
years
that too.
ago?
If you give me too many treats, I will throw up.
Yeah, it is.
My
But
my
I'll let
limit
you
is
finish.
5, and then I end up throwing up.
I, 24 male, have only known my current girlfriend, 22 female.
I'll
for
have
about 3
to
months, but we
switch
have
to a
great
salty
chemistry
treat
so far.
reward,
A few days
because
ago,
too
we were
much
talking
sugar
about
is
some
gonna make me
stories we
barf.
had from high school. She told me about a weird kid in her school that her friends used to mess with. She used to pretend to be interested in being his girlfriend, and then
Ew.
she'd embarrass him by getting to do something humiliating or showing their
Ooh, look,
private
that good
texts to other
empanadas.
people, or they'd set up some
Yes.
kind of elaborate prank on him.
Yes.
Your girlfriend sucks.
What
In
a
the story,
bitch.
She told me she was on a date with him one night in a park. Date is in quotations. She
Ah,
told me she wanted
we
him
got
to
that
take off
in
his
the
pantaloons for
foot.
her. After he did
On the
it, her
foots.
other friends came and took the
Ooh.
pants, and everyone drove away, leaving him alone to walk home in his underwear. Okay. She told me more stories, but you get the point.
What a psycho.
Side eye. Awful. It made me sad though, because I got the impression the guy might have been a little mentally disabled or something, because she said that after everything they do, he still wouldn't understand that she was in on all these pranks with her other friends. Oh, my heart.
Aww.
Oh.
He had tisms.
She'd either pretend it had nothing to do with her, or she'd make up some excuse, I guess, and the kid kept falling for it. She really thought it was funny though, like she could barely contain herself while she was telling me this stuff.
What a piece of garbage.
Assess the situation and going.
It's called a
Oh my
sociopath.
God. Heavens to Betsy. I
Girl.
don't want to say your girlfriend's a psycho, but I'm kind of, I'm gonna say it. Your girlfriend's a psycho. Even to just still find it funny. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys a story.
Hey kids, it's story time!
When I was in elementary school, I was friends with, pretty sure a kid that had autism, and he would have like fits in class and stuff like that, and I went to his house every day after school. His mom babysat me, and there were like rumors going around and stuff that we were dating and stuff, but at the end of the day, it was just like I was just at this kid's house after school and we were friends. I have never looked back on that and like laughed at this kid, and like I would hope that anyone who sort of bullied me for being friends with this kid really can think back on that and think why. I would hope that as you get older, you could look back on that and really see it for what it was.
Bullying.
And not find it funny. I was definitely bullied for hanging out with this kid. Everybody was just, oh, you're dating him, you're dating him, you're dating a weird guy. And it's like, his mom babysits me and he's a friend of mine. Like, he's actually like a cool kid. Like, I don't know, I don't know what to, like, what the fuck? Looking back on that, I know that kids can be super mean and, dare I say, ableist to kids that are different. But the important thing is to grow up. And look back on that later in life.
I love
and
that
realize,
clip
hey, you know, that was
about
kind of me.
the witch,
fact that
the
she's an
witches, the
adult
Wizard of
now,
Oz.
and she's still
Grow up,
finds
bro!
Bullying a mentally disabled kid funny.
She was a witch!
Run. It's not funny. It makes her look terrible.
Oh, I love
like,
that
it would
clip.
be one thing if she talked about it and like felt bad about
Hang
how
on.
she treated him, but she does.
I need to find it now. What was it? She was a witch, bro? She was a witch, bro. Oh, there it is.
Hold on! This is your hold on! Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
It's not a
You're
princess.
tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
My favorite
She
movie.
wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, dog! Grow up, bro! Grow up!
Get educated.
Hold on! This is my favorite.
Oh, my life.
Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
I'm gonna stab him.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
It's my favorite
She
movie.
wore a crown and she came down in a bubble,
I'm
dog!
not fighting with you.
Grow up,
fighting
bro!
with
Grow up!
Get educated.
I love that it was him telling him to grow up. Because and they're fighting about the Wizard of... Grow up, bro! It's the fucking Wizard of Oz,
Find it
bro!
funny. Ugh.
Okay.
You not to
Bruh.
Bruh!
It's been
For
a few
real,
days
right?
and
Yeah,
it's bothering
bruh.
me, so I figured I'd ask for some advice.
Oh.
I have a feeling this is a huge overreaction.
First
I don't
world
think it is at
problems,
all.
I love
it's
that.
Just a strange feeling because she
Oh.
seemed so incredibly sweet up until this point, but after telling me this story and the lack of remorse, it's difficult to look at her the same way. I'm not perfect by any means, and I feel like I'm being a dick for judging someone about something that happened in high school, but it still bothers me.
No,
For the
it's
record,
not
I
about
feel
it being
like they're
something
not
that
judging
happened in
someone
high
about
school.
what
It's
they did in
about
high school,
something
okay? I
that
do
she
judge
is
people
still
when I find out that they
actively
were
not
bullies in high school
repentant
just
about.
because I have my own
It is something
personal
she
issues with
still
that, but
does
it's
not
like
see an issue
not
with.
feeling any remorse
That.
as an adult. That's what I
That
judge
is the
about.
fucking problem.
OOP updated in the comments and said, I just want to thank everyone for all your advice. I have a lot to think about and I'm pretty set on breaking up with her. But as someone else suggested, I do want to talk to her and see what she says if I actually confront her about what she did being wrong. The story she told made me sad, but the response of all of you made me really happy to see so many great people and to know that I wasn't overthinking it. By the way, I can't find the comment now, but someone said she probably teases dogs by holding food over its face. Just wanted to say,
Proud.
you're correct. That's what she did the first time she ate near my dog until I told her to stop. Like, zero empathy this person has. Like, I hate when people do that, but I
Psychopath.
also know a lot of people do, so I don't think much of it. But seriously, amazing prediction. Thanks for help connecting the dots. Okay, so we do have an update. 3 days later. Hey everyone, first I wanted to say thanks for all the advice you gave me. I asked the question thinking I was overreacting, but as I read some of your responses, especially from those who had traumatic experiences themselves, it sort of knocked some sense into me, so I appreciate that. That being said, this was still pretty hard for me even though we've only been together for 3 months. I know it
I
sounds
was never
silly, but it's
bullied.
true. I decided to take your
be
advice
clear.
of talking to her before breaking
But-
up. People wanted to know what the
I was the scary kid you don't fuck with. Like, not scary. Everybody could get along with me. I talked with everybody. I had really good grades. I got along with everybody. Don't fuck with me, though. I'll knock your teeth out. So I was that. Always. Just don't fuck with me. I will knock your teeth out. I was that kid. Nobody fucked with me through all of school other than dudes and outside stuff.
Uh-huh.
Not in school. Nobody fucked with me in school. I wasn't on negative terms with any of the girls, any of the boys, nothing. They tried to fuck with me a bit in, I want to say, middle school by saying things that I had, like, greasy hair or something, and they sent one of the boys to touch my hair. Reminding you, I had jubs in elementary school. I had a C cup by the time I was done elementary school. By the time I was in middle school, I was a D. By the time I was in high school, I was a triple D. So, yeah. So they had one of them come up and touch my hair, and he's like, "No, it's so silky and nice." And I punched him in the gut. Can't remember what his fucking name was. Something with a D, I want to say. But I can't remember. But he was their little lackey, and it was whatever. And I fucking gut punched him for touching. Don't touch me. Unless I want you to touch me. Don't touch me! But yeah, I was never bullied in school because I was the feral. Like, I'm one of 9. I have 8 siblings. That's just my siblings. My mom was, like, one of 12. I got a lot of cousins. There was a lot of fighting all the time and scrapping and, you know,
Yeah.
I can take out a motherfucker from across the room with a canned good, headshot every time. Something in a can, headshot every time. Every fucking time. It doesn't matter. Like the fucking Nerf and whatever, headshot every time. I'm a professional at taking a bitch out. Snowballs, don't fuck with me. So yeah. Nobody fucked with me because I've been fucked with by fucking siblings and cousins and siblings forever. And I'll punch you and hurt you bad. But I also had a younger sister that thought she was fucking the king of shit and tried to, like, do the whole ride your coattails thing and ran her mouth. And then a group of the girls, because we were in separate schools, because she was younger than me. So we were in separate ends of the school. And some of the girls are like, your sister's running her mouth. And they were doing and saying all this shit to all the other girls and having an attitude and that we can't touch her because she's your sister. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Punch her. It's like, you can't gang up on her. That you can't do. Absolutely not. But if she's running her mouth at somebody and that somebody wants to punch her, go ahead. Like, what? I was like, yeah, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. She's running her mouth. She's running her mouth and she ain't got a reason to run her mouth and she's in the wrong and it's one-on-one. Go ahead. Punch her in the mouth. I ain't gonna fuck with you. But if I find out that you ganged up and it was more than one, we're gonna have an issue. But if she's running her mouth, go ahead, punch her. I never heard shit about it afterwards. Because you ran your fucking mouth.
She deserves it.
You ran
If you're
your
running
mouth.
your mouth, you need to be prepared.
If you ain't got the oomph to back it up, don't run your mouth. That's what it was. Don't ride on my coattails. I am not defending you because you run in your mouth. Hell no. I'm gonna let you get punched. I'm gonna condone the punching. Go ahead, punch her. Go ahead. My older sister, she's my favorite. The one 2 year up from me was getting picked on by a group of girls, and I was, want to say, either the end of elementary school or the beginning of middle school. I was fucking young, and a pack of them comes up, because we lived in the low-income housing, because we were fucking poor, obviously, and a pack of them come up, of more than 10, and they tried to circle into our yard. I was upstairs in my room, and one of the other siblings came up and get me to tell me that Favorite was going to get jumped by these girls. And I was like, no, she's not. I went outside. And I come walking outside, just normal me. I was like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, she said and did this. And I was like, no, she didn't. They're like, oh, well, we want to fight her. I'm like, no, you don't. You're going to turn around and leave. They're like, what? I was like, no, you don't. Because if the group of yous is coming after that one, I'm going to step in. Well, why would you? Because I'm telling you, she would not ever do that. She would not ever say that. So Favorite was one of the ones that got the worst abuse when we were children, like the kind you're thinking of. We were bad things as a children's by a family member. And they were suggesting that she was hitting on one of the girls' boyfriends or whatever like that. I was like, absolutely never.
No.
Absolutely never. They're like, well, she was. No, she was not. Absolutely not. Not ever. You want to pull that shit with somebody else or one of the other sisters? I would full ass believe that. Not that one. No, that's not going to happen. You turn around and you go on. And they did. They turned around and I walked out into the middle of this pack of fucking 15, 20 teenage girls that wanted to fight my one favorite sibling over something there's no fucking way in hell she ever did. And I walked out into the dead center of them and asked what was going on from the leaders of them. Because you can tell which ones are in control of the pack. And I knew who they were because we knew each other. And they told me what was going on. I was like, no, you fucking not. Like, just, that's not, if you try, I'm going to step in. And they're like, well, we don't want that. Well, then don't. Then don't. And understand that you are wrong and mistaken. And whoever told you that shit is a fucking shit disturbing liar. Because that did not happen and would not happen. It just, the end, period. Like, how do you know? Because I know, buddy. Like, nah. And I was early middle school or the end of elementary school. Whatever age bracket that is. I don't remember. No fucking fear, no shit. Just walked out into the middle of them like, what the fuck's going on? Well, we're here to jump. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just not. And they're like, okay. And all of them ended up leaving. I talked to the 3 that were leading the pack, and I was like, you really fucking think so? Like, that ain't happening. That did not happen. You need to go find who told you that shit and rough them up a bit and find out the truth, because there's absolutely not. Just full ass. Any of the other 5 sisters, I would believe you. Drop of a hat. I would let it happen too, and I wouldn't question it. And I was like, if that shit was real, you know how I am, and I would be down for that. There's no way that happened. Just full stop. Not that one. Any of the other ones. Even the brothers. I would believe it. I would believe any of the fucking 4 brothers were fucking your boyfriend. Before I would believe that particular sibling was off seducing, etc., whatever, anybody's.
Mm-hmm.
Just... What? That what happened though. It's one of the many stories of my, I don't want to call it violent youth, but I had 9. Dude. Don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. But I was the scrapper of the family. Played the sports, did the things, punch a bitch without a second thought. I was also the most physically abused. She was the most
Other ones.
other bad.
Yeah.
The other
We get it.
physically abused. All of us were mentally and emotionally abused because we're from a family of narcissists. Y'all don't understand. Some people come from full ass dumpster fire garbage. Like, I'm from a family of abusers and compliant victims. They train you to be a compliant victim. It's generational by a lot. I'm a Canadian and we're Mohawk. And you're supposed to just learn to accept the abuse as part of your day-to-day life because it's been part of your life for centuries now. But I don't believe in breeding compliant victims. And we were told to be compliant victims. And I'm just not going to do that. So I was a problem. But I got the best grades. I just wasn't standing for shit. No, you will not be fucking putting that shit through nothing. Not all parents love their children, yo. They just don't. Gross. Mine was a step elder. Like a... Yeah. Okay, we're gonna...
The result was,
Yeah.
so I'll try to briefly give you the gist of it.
But people do
Last
bad
night, we
things.
hung out for a
No,
couple
wait,
hours.
you want to really... No, you want to really be a fucking reality check? Holy shit, that's insane. I am a product of a convicted PDF file who my maternal went back for 2 more kids after he was convicted repeatedly for PDF file. She went back for 2 more kids. I'm the first one of the 2 extras. He still can be... I've met... That person I've only met about 3 times in my entire life. But the fact remains is you went back for 2 more children after conviction of PDF files. Full... A lot of... Multiple members of the families and things. And he continued being a addict and dealer and PDFer. But I'd never met the guy for shit. Like, I don't know him from a hole in the ground, you know what I mean? I've only met him 3 times in my whole life, and the 3rd time I met him, he tried to hit on me, and I was like 15, and it was the most disgusting thing. I never fucking see that motherfucker again since I was like 15. It was gross. But she still went back for 2 kids. Back to back. That was me and the younger sister. And I don't really get along with her. But some people come from hot, wet garbage. Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, I came from hot, wet garbage. And I never wanted anything like
we
that.
really had a great time together, and it was hard for me. to
My
even have
kid
this
does not
conversation
know
with you.
any of that
I just wanted
family.
to move on and ignore the
She
red
knows
flag, but I knew it
Good.
should be
favorite
more.
sister
I
and the
brought up
youngest
case, she
brother
told
that
me
I
about
actually
again,
talked
but I
to.
did it very casually. Not
So
like I was
of the
gonna lecture her
9,
or
I talked to
something, so her
2.
guard was still down. She
I
started
talked to
laughing
2,
just at the
and I
mention of it.
tolerate 1.
No, David.
She casually told me another story.
she
of her
knows
friend's
what I
antics
mean
with
because it's a
him.
younger
I
sibling.
then asked her why they like to mess with him so much. She paused for a second and
I
then
tolerate
giggled
your
and said,
existence
"I
in
don't
my
know,
space
he was
to
just
an
a douchebag."
extent. But I'll also punch a bitch in the face if she
I
won't
asked,
shut the
why
fuck
was
up.
he a douchebag? Did he do something to you to make you mad at him? She said, not really. He was just so stupid and naive. It was annoying.
Oh my god. So the girl that was abusing that
My flabbers are
boy,
blasted right now.
the special
There was a pause
boy.
because I didn't really know how to follow
Oh
up
my
to
God.
that answer. Then she continued and said, exact words,
He had no purpose. He was just there to make people laugh.
oh, no.
Oh, oh,
No.
oh,
Like,
hell,
no.
oh, hell no.
Trash.
That correctly, right?
This is nuts.
Huh?
It really made me sad to hear
Do
that
we need
because
to
I wanted
rewind?
there to be
Oh my god.
Yes, please. Please.
How far do we need to rewind? Because I feel like we need to rewatch this fucking thing all over again. Because what the shit?
Half
So,
a minute?
the girl... So this is a dude talking about his girlfriend who told him a story about seriously traumatizing and abusing a boy in her youth who she readily unawarely believed to be special needs because he did
Yes.
not have any idea that these things were happening and that she was a part of it. And it happened repeatedly over and over again. So the baby probably has the tisms because he just doesn't he doesn't understand social norms. He doesn't grasp it. My daughter has tisms, and I have nephews and nieces that have it, and they just don't understand social norms, and that's okay. But I don't condone going out of your way to make their whole fucking lives miserable for your own entertainment. You're a psychopath.
Okay, I do
Be
judge
rewound.
people when I find out that they were bullies in high school. Just because
So
I have
she
my
has
own
just
personal
finished
issues
telling
with
him
that,
the
but
story
it's
about
like
being a bully.
Not feeling any remorse as an adult. That's what.
And
I
he's
judge
weirded
about.
out because she has zero
he
remorse.
updated in the comments and said, "I just want to thank."
So the thing was, the question was, my girlfriend told me about some mean pranks she did to a slower kid in high school. Is it a red flag even though it was a few years ago?
Yes, red flag. No questions.
That's not a red flag. That's a whole fucking red planet.
But as someone
Yes.
else suggested, I do want to talk to her and
That's
see
a
what she
red
says if I
tarp.
actually confront her about what she did
Oh
being
my
wrong.
God.
The story she told made me sad, but the response of all of you made me really happy to see so many great people
Oh,
and to know
God.
that I wasn't overthinking.
I can't.
By the way, I can't read the comment now, but someone said she probably
What
teases
the
dogs by holding
fuck?
food over its face. Just wanted to say you're correct. That's what she did the first time she ate near my dog until I told her to stop. Like, zero empathy this person has. Like, I hate when people do that, but I also know a lot of people do, so I don't think much of it. But seriously, amazing prediction. Thanks for help connecting the dots. Okay, so we do have an update. 3 days later. Hey everyone, first I wanted to say thanks for all the advice you gave me. I asked the question thinking I was overreacting, but as I read some of your responses, especially from those who had traumatic experiences themselves, it sort of knocked some sense into me, so I appreciate that. That being said, this was still pretty hard for me even though we've only been together for 3 months. I know it sounds silly, but it's true. I decided to take your advice of talking to her before breaking up. People wanted to know what the result was, so I'll try to briefly give you the gist of it. Last night, we hung out for a couple of hours, and to be honest, we really had a great time together, and it was hard for me to even have this conversation at the end of it. I just wanted to move on and ignore the red flag, but I knew it shouldn't be ignored. I brought up the kid she told me about again, but I did it very casually, not like I was gonna lecture her or something, so her guard was still down. She started laughing just at the mention of him.
Ew, no, David.
She casually told me another story of her friend's antics with him. I then asked her why they like to mess with him so much. She paused for a second and then kind of giggled and said, I don't know, he was just a douchebag. I asked, why was he a douchebag? Did he do something to you to make you mad at him? She said, not really. He was just so stupid and naive. It was annoying.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
My flabbers are gasted right now. There was a pause because I didn't really know how to follow up to that answer. Then she continued and said, exact words,
He had no purpose. He was just there to make people laugh.
oh, no, to the bin with you. Like, no.
Trash. So much trash.
This is nuts. It really made me sad to hear that because I wanted there to be some explanation that reduced the cruelty of the situation, but there wasn't. I got kind of angry and I told her that everything she told me was absolutely horrific and that she should think about how she would feel if someone did these things to her. I said that to torture an innocent person just because it's entertaining is a totally inhuman thing. Kind of like serial killer-ish. Like, honestly, like, this kind of up. I have the heebie-jeebies. And the fact that she still has the same mindset today shows how immature she is on top of it. I'm normally not harsh like that, but it just came out. While I was talking, she gave me a look of total incredulity, like she thought I was joking or going insane or something.
Jaws actually dropped.
You know, but this reinforces that, like, she genuinely thinks that it's normal to feel like this. It's really not. Whether that's people around her making it seem like it's okay, or maybe she was raised to feel this way, but like, I genuinely feel like this extends to like other groups of people and not just this kid that she bullied.
It is a messed up world.
It's garbage day tomorrow, just FYI. I told her I can't continue a relationship with somebody like this, even though we had such a great thing up until this point. I actually had to convince her I was serious and not joking around. She thought the real reason I wanted to break up was this minor thing that happened a couple weeks ago. She couldn't believe I was ending the relationship because of this. Once she knew I was serious, she got extremely angry, saying I was just getting off on shaming her.
I don't
because
know where
wanted
your
to
automaton
abuse
is.
her, and that I have no right to talk to her like that, and so on. I'm interesting how
Okay,
she's so
well,
quick
you
to
can sing it to me
recognize the
later.
A-word in other people when they're doing it to her, but not when she's doing it to others. And by the way, you standing up for someone innocent and like
Oh,
setting a
yeah.
boundary and saying
Full
this is
on.
not okay, this is like
Rape.
really horrible behavior. It's not.
I fully agree. Some people should not be allowed to continue existing, let alone procreating. But he did! I have a lot of step siblings, half siblings that we don't know about that we're sure are his.
I honestly feel better already because I know it's for the better.
Because he was breeding with anything that would open up their legs for him. And as a dealer
thank God. Like
of
somehow
stuffs,
this person has been raised
there was more than a few
feel like what she did
that
was
would
justified.
willingly open
This kind of
their
behavior I genuinely feel
receptacles
like
of
is
breathing
taught,
for him.
and it's probably really ingrained in her as a person. And unfortunately, until
Which was
she
gross
suffers
because he was
for saying
ugh.
and doing horrible things,
Like,
she's just
ugh.
gonna keep doing them. I'm not a bad person.
Have some
The person who's
standards.
Getting off on shame
Ugh.
is a bit ironic. That's why I was just like, oh, interesting how it's like, yeah.
I'm the victim.
Oh, I forgot a protein drink. Hang on.
This is Venice today.
Bubba?
But when I
Oh,
took
she
office,
left.
Venice
Shit.
had been rated the most dangerous
Okay, hang
beach
on.
in
I gotta
America.
grab a protein
But
drink.
we cleared out the encampments, we invited our businesses back, and we made the beach safe. Now, this summer, we're activating for FIFA World Cup. And in 2028, Venice is going to be the face of Los Angeles for the Olympics. I'm Tracy Park. This is our comeback story, and it's gonna be epic.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
Jesus. I feel like I'm going crazy. I keep finding random kumquats.
What?
You heard me.
Purpose-driven education. Find your purpose.
Oh.
I keep finding
Why?
random kumquats.
Say that because she
But
sees
why would
herself
you-
as a normal person,
why?
so she doesn't deserve that treatment.
If I knew how or why, I would not be constantly finding random kumquats. They're like they're like the size of a grape, but they're a citrus, people, if you don't know what a kumquat is. Yeah, I don't fucking know. It's like a it's like a baby orange that looks like a grape.
More spicy girlfriend drama for you. Don't go anywhere.
I don't know.
My
I just keep finding random kumquats every so often.
does unbelievably
At least
the
once a
new
week.
Rob's
I've
collection,
maybe. I'm honestly
so
ashamed
it's clearly a
to go out.
kumquat.
I know, but you get it.
I like how this.
I didn't buy them. I don't know, bro.
I do need a trigger warning. I need to.
I'm
brace
only
myself
here
for the entitlement. Hi everyone.
Monday to
This is the first
Thursday
time
usually.
asking for relationship advice
And I
online.
swear,
I've tried to bring
at
the
least
topic
once a
up
week,
with
every
my
time I
friends
come
and
back,
family, but I've never
I
really
find
been
a
able to
random
broach the
kumquat
subject
on the
out of
floor
fear of
somewhere.
embarrassing her or ruining their opinion of her.
Maybe the
The
squirrel?
situation isn't very complicated.
Nah,
I've been in
unless
a
they are
6-month-long
named after
relationship
me.
with a woman, but in public she does things that the average 10-year-old knows not to do. In the past
These
month,
are in the house, not in the
multiple
areas the
occasions
squirrels
crowded
get
in front
to,
of the door of an elevator and
but are
busted in without
probably
letting
from
people
my
off.
own squirrel.
Like I said,
Yeah, probably.
on multiple occasions, taken out her phone while driving to respond to a text, slowing down to 15 miles per hour under the speed limit while doing so.
Now, where
Walked into a
is she
restaurant and
getting
instead of
them?
waiting to be seated, just navigated her way to where she.
I
wanted.
assume the other parent is
Squeezed
buying
in,
them.
as in pushing her body up into them as she did so, behind a person who was standing up to get off a
Hopefully.
crowded train so she could sit down before anyone else could grab the seat. Completely ruined a load of my white clothes by stopping the washing machine and throwing a brand new purple shirt of hers with them. When confronted, she said I was in a hurry to wash it.
Slow down.
Is she really dumb or very entitled? I don't know.
Oh my
Maybe both.
god.
When I tried.
So, I had issues with this during my merge. That you got all these crazy amounts of smarts, but do absolutely stupid shit. Like flushing cat litter down the toilet. But being,
Rewind.
But being like just having no concept of decorum, of like common sense things, having zero common sense. I dealt with that for
years. Yeah.
what year is it now? 16? 15 years. Stuff like knowing every penal code in the whole fucking book, but put cardboard in the oven. Gas oven. Being certified to fly drones in bomb situations, but flushing cat litter down the toilet. You see? You could be a genius on the left and an absolute walnut on the right. And leaving everybody standing around and go,
what the fuck, dude? Yeah?
am I the only one high right now? Does he get better drugs than me? Etc.
Probably, yeah.
And then you explain to people like, nah, they can do this, 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 and this. And you're like, yeah, but they also A, B, C, D, E, F, 7. With a side of fries. And I'm just watching. I'm just, what the fuck? And y'all, I have so many brain cramp moments that I start to question myself. So I'll snap a picture and I'll send it into my chat with my hose. Hobby knows, she's in there. And I'm like, am I the problem? Like, am I just too high right now? Or does everybody else see a stack of paper plates on a gas stove?
That's on.
On. Actively use. Right there next to the fire. Or like, am I the problem, or does Mom have just used a paper plate as a lid on a frying pan on a gas stove? Hi, Mac. That's fine. We needed to know where the daughter got the tisms from, because she got the ADHD from me for sure. But I don't have tisms, and tisms doesn't run in my family. The D does. All the ADHDs and the trauma. Yeah. But not autism. Doesn't run in my family. So, yeah. Oh my fucking god.
Holy shit, Dina.
Hype train! Holy fuck!
4 biscuits, and I ate 1. Then I only had 3.
TNL1 gifted 10 subscriptions.
Holy shit! Thank you, TNL! Oh my god, Javi, can you shout out TNL, exclamation TNL, but also exclamation mech?
Because I like her in general.
Holy fuck. And exclamation Javi!
Consider it toward total strangers. My social anxiety could literally never, especially the texting on the road.
So.
And like, first of all, that's
it's a party, all right.
BDAY 100. Mechanics Dragon cheered 100 bits.
In public bathrooms because it takes too long and it's inconsiderate because other people are waiting.
I don't poop in public bathrooms. I literally cannot.
I'm getting anxiety just reading this.
Unless I'm sick. But then I have to make like a toilet paper crown on top of the paper covers that they put. So like a toilet paper crown, like a paper cover, toilet paper crown, paper cover, and then I will sit. I don't care if I have to stand there gophering the whole time, crossing my legs. Absolutely not.
Important comment. She's 26.
Thank you, TNL. Babes. R.I.P. your pelvis the second I get there. And also clear up space. I assume this summer. I can't go to the wedding because, oh my god, Javi.
How does she treat an active...
Yes.
Do you remember that wedding of my nephew that I was all excited about?
Okay, yes.
Do you remember? Do you remember that wedding of my nephew that I told you that I was all excited about and everything and blah 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 blah? So I bought favorite a dress to wear to the wedding, and I bought Alice's dress, and I made sure her ID and everything was up to date and great. And then as I set hers down into the book that holds all the IDs, mine expired 1.5 years ago.
How did you miss that?
And it takes more than 40 days for it to be just renewed. And so
and the
I'm
office
thinking
give you like a paper or something like, hey, she's doing this. Here's the
And the
temporary
other
ID.
and the other person, the other parent gave me permission to take her to Canada and everything to have the wedding and da-da-da. So I got some time at the end of June docked out for some stuff. So T&L wants to do it at the end of June. School year's out, so we can fuck around and cook some things and do some stuff. I mean, I got a whole fucking week free because I was gonna go to a wedding and then I let my passport expire. Yeah.
Please come on.
Oh my god. So, oopsie poopsie la la la. So instead of going to a wedding, I can fly a bunch of people to America to hang out if you want, because oops. That's what happened, oops. Yeah, everybody else is good to go, though. I bought everybody else's outfits. And I made sure everybody else's IDs and tickets were good to go in red. And I only realized mine was expired because when I put Alice's down, mine fell on the floor open.
I'm glad you realized now and not at the airport.
What? I would have been able to enter the country just fine because I'm a Canadian citizen, but I would not have been able to come back. Yeah. Just, what am I gonna do with Alice? Yeah, oops.
Yes.
I cannot send my 8-year-old high-functioning autism ADHD on a anywhere to anywhere with... no, okay, wait, that's not true. I could send her to hang out with favorite sibling. Yeah, to hang out with favorite sister and give favorite sister the limits she would never cross. I would and could and absolutely would if she would be staying down in our hometown. Think of it as New York. If she was, but Canada. If she was in our hometown, I would send Alice up there to chill with her, no problem. But she was supposed to be going to a wedding of one of the nephews of my youngest sister, who I only tolerate. We don't get along. And she would have been going up to where some of the worst ones were, including the matriarch. And she's not allowed to have any contact or communication with the matriarch at all. Like, at all. I can't have that. Look what she did to me. Look what she did to me. You can't get near my... No. You can't get near my poop.
I get it. That's why my list doesn't know that my dad exists.
Right? You can't get near my poo beans.
I get it.
Poo beans is what I call the Alice, by the way, y'all. You can't get near my poo beans because she won't have any idea what you're doing. She's tisms. Yeah. See, but T&L has girls too, and Alice would be so jazzed to hang with his girls because they're good girls. And she would be happy as fuck to hang with his girls. But hey, Javi, what are you doing at the end of June? You want to go to America with the babies?
It's part of the school year.
The end of June?
Wait, what are we talking about?
The end of June.
End of June. We have Becky from the... Let me see. I have this right down somewhere.
We're all gonna colonize at T&L's place and make him cook for us. I say make him cook for us, but T&L gets a boner for cooking, and so do I. So yeah, we'll be ripping up that house with food-tastics. In your freezer, for you already know what. We talked about it.
22 of June to the 3 of July. It's winter vacation.
Does that mean break or school?
Yes.
It's break? Oh, you're free then! We're talking about like the 24 to 27 kind of thing.
But that would be 3 plane tickets.
And?
Yes. And money.
Didn't you just say free? Yeah, you did. I'm not going to the wedding now, and I put the money aside. What else am I gonna do? I'm not gonna go up to T&L's place and make food. Shh. Shh. I know.
Yeah, she knows.
I know what she fucking said. But
we can talk about it in the DMs.
Because he's gonna smoke a bunch of cheese, and I'm gonna make a bunch of dishes with the cheese, and then I'm gonna fill up his freezer, because I'm not bringing that shit back with me. But also, holy shit, all the soups, all the things. If I get a ham butt with the bone in, will you smoke that bitch? And then we'll make a whole bunch of different kind of things. And then I'll make you a bunch of different pea soups. I'll make you regular pea soup and French Canadian pea soup. French Canadian pea soup is yellow. It's the yellow lentils. And it's usually done with a ton of ham. But the regular green pea soup is typically done with a combination of ham and bacon, or just bacon. Yeah. Soup! Oh, save all your beef bones. T&L, save all your beef bones. All of them. Put them in freezer bags and chuck them in the corner of your freezer. All your beef bones. All your bones of any sort. Chuck them in a freezer. In a freezy bags. And I will make you so much fucking bone broth. Oh. It's good for gravy. It's good for stock. It's good for everything. It's good for soup. Turkey, chicken, I don't give a fuck. Save all your bones. I will roast them and make you the most fucking banging broths. Oh. No, I don't want to watch Korean food. It makes me angry. Not Korean food. Vietnamese? Sure. Vietnamese food is usually what you see they're putting on it is what they're putting on it. But Korean food makes me angry because you think it's ketchup and it's never ketchup. It's just never. Not at all, ever. It's not, it's never ketchup. No, it's not ketchup. It's fucking gochujang. And then they put spoonfuls of sugar on everything. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you putting a spoonful of sugar on that egg sandwich? Like, I'm fine with the gochujang on that egg sandwich. What the fuck is that whole tablespoon of sugar? What's wrong with you? And that's why, even though I was married for 10 years, I never ate any Korean food. Thank you for coming. But
also, you just invited me and my niece to Tiana's house, and Tiana didn't say anything.
Why would he? He's T&L. He's the penis of version of me. We've already established that. What? I didn't say. Okay, well, we would be at his house food, but it's T&L. But you wouldn't be staying in his house. You would be staying wherever I am, hotel, Airbnb, whatever, so that I can make out with your babies and touch your butt.
Yeah, you're cool.
And then we'd all be going to T&L's and doing fucking cooking and stream. So we need another person to hold the camera for various reasons. And yes. T&L has the OF now, so cameraman, we need to do some things, and then we're gonna split the benefits.
In front of the people she knows.
He said, "Let's fucking go."
Kind of like,
see?
I find it interesting that she ruined your clothes and didn't apologize.
As though he would not be down. As though.
But she ruined your
Get
stuff.
together.
If it comes up where you accidentally ruin.
Sorry, I'm adding more juice to my cup.
Accident is kind
You're
of
wondering,
like
this is just a tumbler full of
most people know
raspberry lemonade and watermelon juice.
You not only apologize, but you try to find a way to make it right. You
That
didn't
sounds
share
so
whether
good.
she did either of those.
So good. I love raspberry lemonade.
We do have an update.
Juni's summer, right?
3 days
For
after
you?
I wrote about her self-centered behavior and
School is out at the end of May for Alice.
easy for me. We were at the dollar store and in line at the checkout. My girlfriend got to the register where the cashier started scanning all 50 or so of the items she wanted. Our total came up and my girlfriend tried to pay by credit card. The cashier apologetically explained that they weren't taking credit card at that time because their system was acting up all morning. She pointed at the handwritten cash-only sign that my girlfriend had missed. Neither of us had cash on us. First, my girlfriend tried to debate with the cashier, but I had to patiently explain to her that there was nothing the poor woman could do. Oh boy. I feel like this girlfriend is kind of like a Karen in the making, honestly. What is debating gonna do? The machine doesn't work. As my girlfriend argued her point, whatever the f it was, the line behind us grew with a lot of very rightfully irritated people. Oh god, no. Oh, I get social anxiety so bad, and like I have it literally reading this.
I'm cringing watching him.
There I was trying to placate my girlfriend as she tried to troubleshoot their equipment. as people were audibly groaning behind us. Finally, she agreed to take the 5 minutes to go across the street and withdraw money from the ATM, which shouldn't have been such a big deal in the first place. My girlfriend told the cashier to keep everything scanned and ready for her to pay when she came back.
But that's unrealistic, so.
So wait, then everybody else has to wait? It doesn't work like that. It's funny how she doesn't want to wait, but she'll let other people wait. I was going to interject, but the cashier said, "Ma'am, there are people waiting. I can't do that." With a little glance at the line, my girlfriend retorted,
Oh, they could wait a bit longer.
Oh, the fuck.
"Oh my goodness." With
Oh.
that word, she left to get some money. The terrified cashier awkwardly looked at me, seeking permission to cancel the items. I told her it was fine and to please help the next customer. I literally would have just like left her there. I literally would have just left. As person after person paid for their goods, I apologized to each of them individually. They seemed understanding. The fact that you're so embarrassed that you need to apologize.
Oh.
Buddy. My girlfriend came back 10 minutes later because she wanted to get an icy
A fucking slushy!
the corner shop after
Oh
withdrawing
my
money.
god. So she went to the bank and then went to the store.
People waiting there
Oh
for
my
her,
god.
and
Break
she
up with her
still
now.
took
Break
it
up with her now!
because she wanted an
Oh my
icy.
god. Break up with her now.
You hear that?
Nah, chop off your
When she
personal
noticed
bones
the
too.
items had to be scanned all over again, she
Rel-
flipped her lid.
Rel,
She started
I'm
ranting
telling-
about
wait.
calling corporate, which I'm not even sure exists
Relian?
for that small dollar
What do you
store
want me to
chain,
call you,
and then
babes?
talked about posting it on Twitter. Finally, I blew up.
I keep
yelled
calling
at
you
her for
Ray
being a
and
very
it's not how it
selfish
is,
person
Rel.
With expletives.
Real.
And just walked away. I'm done. The relationship is done. She's texting me, but
If
I'm
it was
not
an
even
extra
reading them.
E, it
Holy
would be
mother of
real.
Christ.
Rel? Real?
I really
Rel?
hope the next guy who dates her
Real?
has the patience of a saint. Or maybe I
Yen?
hope she dates a total self-righteous
Relis?
dad who can straighten her out.
Oh, Rel!
Ladder would be
Ban.
better.
Well, they deserve each other.
They do.
This is a Karen in the making. I guarantee.
Welcome. I'm so happy to have you,
I'm very
babes.
glad that you guys aren't.
So
together
I'm
anymore
one of the
because
people
no
that
one should
sends
feel like they need to
TNL
apologize to their spouse, especially not for
ideas for
stupid
his
shit like this.
his
Does she
smoked
not know how
cheeses
to heal?
and
For the record,
various
if people are
smoking
wondering
recipes.
how someone comes to
But also,
be this
I
entitled,
receive
he
his
responded, "I'm going to
filthy,
bet she was raised by
filthy,
parents who treated
filthy
her like a
gifts of
princess."
awesome smoked cheese, and then I make shit out of it.
Girlfriend and I, 26, male and female.
I made risotto out of the smoked cheese that he sent. Oh my god, TNL, that risotto.
Thinking about
Oh,
things based on her behavior.
Mm.
So, my girlfriend and I
made a
got so excited
sausage
about
mushroom
this 2 months ago,
risotto.
she's making it seem like I'm being an a-hole. We've been
I'm gonna rewind that. I made a sausage mushroom risotto out of the cheeses, some of the cheeses that TNL sent, the smoked Asiago and the Manchego. Oh my fucking god. Oh! I took a little nug and I made some grilled cheeses out of all of the 4 that I had gotten recently. Oh my god. Fuck, was it good. But also, if you receive a shipment of cheese from TNL, the first thing you need to do before you put it in your refrigerator is wipe it down with vinegar, wrap it in parchment, label that shit, then put it in a plastic bag or whatever in your fridge. But to prolong the life of your cheese, friends, even your store-bought blocks of cheese, not the shredded, because I can't help you there, but if you buy store-bought blocks of cheese, the way to extend the life of your cheese is to take it all the fucking way out of the plastic, cut off what you want when you're freshly doing it, whatever, wipe it down with a paper towel or whatever, with some just straight-up white vinegar, wipe it down, wrap it in parchment first, then put it in a container of whatever, and then stick it in the fridge. The vinegar keeps the bacteria away and keeps your cheese better. You can also make your cheese shelf stable. If you go to a bulk place and buy a large bulk amount of cheese, Mom will tell you right now how to save that cheese and make it shelf stable. So you take it, this big Costco block of cheese that's as long as your leg, cut it into your portions that you want, let it chill on the counter for a couple hours, come back, it's going to have a sweaty skin on it. Wipe that oiliness off, dunk it in vinegar, set it down, let that vinegar dry. Vinegar's dry, come back and dip it in food safe wax. All of this is done at room temperature except for the wax. You got to mildly warm it and whatever. Dump it in food safe wax, make sure it's completely coated, label it, and that shit will be shelf stable. Not even in your refrigerator, your freezer. You can keep it on your pantry shelf where you keep your canned goods for like a whole year or more, depending on the kind of cheese. But seriously, full ass. You send that shit to T&L and he smoke it for you when you get it. Do that vinegar thing and coat it with food safe wax, and you can keep half of it on your fucking shelf and it'll still last. Because usually when you buy cheese, half the block goes rotten. The sweaty skin. So cheese has oils that exude from it when it's at room temperature and it gets like oily and whatever. It's that. It's a sweaty.
Nah, Sammy's thinking of sex. Not cheese.
Stop, Sam. I'm already horny. I already have a boner and it's my birthday. Stop right now. People on stream are gonna see me whip my dick out for you, girl.
Been dating for 4.5 months.
That's how you make shelf-stable
My girlfriend
cheese.
has a 2013 Lenovo laptop that has seen better days. As it stands right now, among some other issues, her
Let me know if you need more recipes about shelf-stable stuff, because I have to.
Keyboard with her laptop. She had texted me the next morning saying that her wireless keyboard had stopped working as well.
We're talking about cheese, girl. How to make shelf-stable cheese, but also how to have your... But also have your cheese last longer, because most people buy a block of cheese.
Neither here nor there.
And they get about halfway to a, like, you know, a little bit more than halfway through it, and they end up throwing it in the trash because it goes rotten. And I'm fucking telling you, if you take it all the way out of the plastic and wipe it down with vinegar each time and store it in parchment paper, your cheese will last way longer. Like, take it out of your fridge. Before you put it in the fridge, when you get it home from buying it at the grocery store and you've cut off however much you want for your snack or whatever, wipe it down with a paper towel that's soaked with white vinegar, just normal vinegar. Wipe the cheese down. Like, wipe it down, all the oily shit first. Let it get to room temperature. Then wipe down all the oily stuff. Then wipe it down with vinegar. Wrap it in parchment. And then put it in the whatever container you're using for your refrigerator. Whether it be a plastic bag or a container. I don't care. It extends the life of your cheese. Strawberries. Store strawberries after washing in a mason jar. It will extend the life of your strawberries a ridiculous amount. Strawberry season's on right now, and it's going to get more cheap and discounted and whatever. If you need to know how to store your fruits and veggies and shit, I will let you know.
Oh, God. I bought half a kilo of strawberries. And it doesn't... My little... Yes, ate them all in like 2 days, max.
So I think the same thing, and then mine goes through phases where she just eats a pound of them or whatever, and then I'll get another container and she doesn't want to eat it. I'm like, you little motherfucker. But if you're getting huge volumes of strawberries and you don't plan to make jams or jellies or whatever out of a tiny spoon and you just want to eat the fresh fruit, blah, 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 blah. Mason jars. They last way longer in mason jars. Just the regular fucking jars. Like, wash them, dry them, chuck in a mason jar, and they will last so fucking long. Way longer than just keeping them in the container in the fridge. What's closed? Top on right. What? What's Sam talking about? Okay, let's finish. I'm confused.
Sammy's so fucking hard.
Because most people know...
Sam, get in the Discord. I don't know what you're talking about, girl.
Colors in with whites. You not only apologize, but you try to find a way to make it right. You didn't share whether she did either of those things. So,
yeah.
We do have an update. 3 days after I wrote about her self-centered behavior and cosmic victim complex, she made my decision easy for me. We were at the dollar store and in line at the checkout. My girlfriend got to the register where the cashier started scanning all 50 or so of the items she wanted. Our total came up and my girlfriend tried to pay by credit card. The cashier apologetically explained that they weren't taking credit card at that time because their system was acting up all morning. She pointed at the handwritten cash-only sign that my girlfriend had missed. Neither of us had cash on us. First, my girlfriend tried to debate with the cashier, but I had
At the end of the stream, I still have the OnlyFans open.
I feel like this girlfriend is kind of like a Karen in making, honestly. What is debating gonna do?
The mason jar. Stop on or off?
As my girlfriend
on.
Point, whatever the
with the whole lid situation.
With a lot of very rightfully
like the same way you would put fucking soup away with the whole lid and everything. Wash them, dry them, stick them in a mason jar.
I'm cringing watching him.
There I was trying to placate my girlfriend as she tried to troubleshoot their equipment. as people were audibly groaning behind us. Finally, she agreed to take the 5 minutes to go across the street and withdraw money from the ATM, which shouldn't have been such a big deal in the first place. My girlfriend told the cashier to keep everything scanned and ready for her to pay when she came back.
But that's unrealistic, so.
So wait, then everybody else has to wait? It doesn't work like that. It's funny how she doesn't want to wait, but she'll let other people wait. I was going to interject, but the cashier said, "Ma'am, there are people waiting. I can't do that." With a little glance at the line, my girlfriend retorted,
Oh, they could wait a bit longer.
That's rude.
"Oh my goodness." Without a word, she left to get some money. The terrified cashier awkwardly looked at me, seeking permission to cancel the items. I told her it was fine and to please help the next customer. I literally would have just like left her there. I literally would have just left. As person after person paid for their goods, I apologized to each of them individually. They seemed understanding. The fact that you're so embarrassed that you need to apologize, ooh, buddy. My girlfriend came back 10 minutes later because she wanted to get an icy from the corner shop after withdrawing money. So she knew that there was an entire line of people waiting there for her, and she still took longer because she wanted an icy?
They are delicious.
You hear that? It's the garbage truck. When she noticed the items had to be scanned all over again, she flipped her lid. She started ranting about calling corporate, which I'm not even sure exists for that small dollar store chain, and then talked about posting it on Twitter. Finally, I blew up, yelled at her for being a very selfish person with expletives, and just walked away. I'm done. The relationship is done. She's texting me, but I'm not even reading them. Holy Mother of Christ. I really hope the next guy who dates her has the patience of a saint. Or maybe I hope she dates a total self-righteous dad who can straighten her out. I kind of think the latter would be better.
Well, they deserve each other.
They do.
This is a Karen in the making. I guarantee you. I am very glad that you guys aren't together anymore, because no one should feel like they need to apologize for their spouse, especially not for stupid like this. Does she not know how to human? For the record, if people are wondering how someone
My kid's still up. It's only fucking 7:30.
OP responded, "I'm going to bet she was raised by parents who treated her like a princess."
Princess.
Oh my god!
And I, 26, male and female, got into a
So, in the traversing of my marriage, I learned that there is a whole ass approved situation about what she just said. Raised like a princess. There's a word for it in Korean, and they don't have a word for a lot of shit. But they got a word for that in Korean, and it literally translates to princess sickness or princess syndrome, and it's positively looked upon. Like what? No. But also parental and so on, full on mental abuse situation, and like of that everything you do and say should benefit your elders kind of thing. It's called hyodo. Hyodou. Hyodo. And Google it. It's the most ridiculously insane, toxic, unhinged shit that, like, every life choice or anything you want to make should be cross-checked through your elders first. And they get to decide whether it benefits you or not. Like, no. No. Nah.
huge fight over a keyboard. Thinking about ending things based on her behavior. So, my girlfriend and I got into a fight.
None of this shit ever occurs to you until you're living it and you're like, what the fuck is that? And then you have to start Googling things and you learn and you're like,
Lenovo laptop that has seen better days. As it stands right now, among some other issues, her keyboard doesn't totally work. Because of this,
like I
she
said,
only
I'm a
uses
Mohawk
small Bluetooth
Canadian.
keyboard with her laptop.
And I get along with all the Asians. I even lived in Japan.
Had stopped working as well. We had already
So I assumed I was cool with all of them. No, man, Koreans are a whole thing.
Way to grab her a keyboard, as I have a few extras. When I got to her place, she was eagerly awaiting the keyboard, which makes sense, as she wasn't able to use her computer for most of the day. But when I handed her the keyboard, she started getting really quiet and pouty.
Uh-oh.
A bit later, when I asked her what was wrong, she said she thought I'd be bringing her something nicer, like the keyboard I have at my desk. Something nicer? So she wanted your keyboard. The thing is, I have a really nice keyboard at my desk. I'm a programmer and I love this keyboard so much that I also bring it to work with me. I even have specific macro profiles for it that definitely improve my workflow. For context,
You should
I
have
have an
texted
extra
me, I would have
Amazon
calmed down.
Basics keyboard, $15 lying around, still brand new.
I
in
love
box.
Sunny.
My personal keyboard, which I've had for
Thanks
years,
for the
is
kisses,
some variant
babes.
of the Razer Black Widow, $120. Apparently, she was excited.
I was getting texts from the other moms.
Let her use my nice keyboard while I used my Amazon keyboard.
What?
Something tells me her keyboard didn't stop working. I think she just wanted your keyboard. She was upset I didn't value her enough to lend her my nice possessions and left her with the cheap $10 keyboard, her words. Okay, this is reaching. Because, like, she didn't ask you for the nice keyboard. You went out of your way to go and pick up one of your keyboards that you have lying around and bring it to her. But it's not the keyboard. Like, I thought, okay, I thought that she needed a keyboard.
Beggars can't be choosers?
No, this is about her
Question
wanting your
mark?
keyboard. I'm just saying. Yeah. She said if the situation was reversed, she'd lend me the nice keyboard. I explained to her that I have my keyboard specifically set up for work, and because I'm so used to it, it would hinder my ability to do work if I didn't have it. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, nice keyboards especially are like, they're kind of programmed to be able to use in certain situations.
The keyboard cowboys.
Yeah, it's not as simple as that. And also, she doesn't really seem to take good care of her shit. I would not lend her my nice things, just saying. We continued to argue about it. Things really came to a head when she boldly claimed that if I wasn't willing to lend her my nice keyboard, that I should have brought her a new nice keyboard if I really cared about her.
What?
Is she
What the
like,
fuck?
did she shop at Lululemon or something?
What?
I just fail to understand why this is even a fight to begin with. You did everything right. You brought her a keyboard when hers wasn't working. No, this is about her wanting the keyboard, the nice keyboard. This is when I got really mad. I told her she was acting like an entitled, spoiled child, and that she should have been grateful that I went out of my way in the first place to grab her the Amazon keyboard. She started crying and asked me to go home. I left, but I still gave her the Amazon keyboard to use. I was far more upset about the principle of the situation than the keyboard itself. So now she's calling me an a-hole for both not giving her the keyboard and because I called her spoiled. Well, she is, though. Weird. We're going to meet up tomorrow to talk about this in person because I refuse to continue this silly argument over text. I'm thinking about ending things with her as I feel like this is her showing me her true colors. I fail to understand why this is even a fight to begin with. Like, you solved her problem. You went out of her way to help her. You did everything right. You went over and above, quite frankly. Why is it that she's starting a fight over, like, wanting something nicer?
Entitled breeders.
So OP edited and said, I want to clarify she's never acted like this before. I mean, you've only been dating 4.5 months. Some of you suggested that maybe I'm not making her feel valued and this situation is a symptom of that. Okay. Yeah, I could. I mean, I don't know the history of your relationship. I really don't.
Why not?
I just fail to understand why it's an argument. Like, it would make sense if it was like, you know, he never, like, gets her nice things or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know the history there. But maybe this is about like a wider issue because I don't understand why this is an issue in the first place unless it was a recurring issue. Or she's just entitled. I don't know. So maybe talking to her would be good to find out if there's something deeper going on. While I think I both show and tell her that she's valued in different ways, this may be something I bring up with her. It of course doesn't forgive her behavior, but it may explain some of it. Update. We met earlier tonight and sat down to talk. I was somewhat prepared to end things with her, so I suggested we meet at her place so that I could bail if things went south, and they did. Oh no. Oh no.
How unpredictable.
Even though I thought I made my post as anonymous as possible, one of my girlfriend's co-workers figured out who the post was about. Girlfriend's age, working in HR, which I mentioned in a comment, same computer problems, dating a programmer, etc., and sent it to my girlfriend. The reason she wanted to meet early was because she was furious that I had made the post airing our dirty laundry. I mean, you did make it anonymous.
That's true. Very true.
In a sense, I guess she was right because at least one person had figured it out. My girlfriend never used Reddit, so I figured I was safe.
Javi, add yourself!
I really don't
What?
think there was much
In what?
identifying about your post at all. It's interesting that she's more concerned about people finding out how
As
weird
much
she
of
was
the thing what?
acting.
I just
But I
added you on the
digress.
Facebooky
Anyways,
thing.
she immediately
Facebook
began
Messenger
berating
Oh.
me, telling me I made her look bad in the post
Oh,
and lied
I
about
wasn't
it
looking
as
at
an
my
argument
phone.
to get people on my side. I asked her to point out
What?
any part of it that wasn't true or where I lied. Long story short, she couldn't point out a single thing. I think she was mad probably about the comments calling her entitled because like
Get in the
I
harem.
can guarantee if everybody was on her side, she
Sam,
would
what the
be
fuck?
I definitely raised my
Get
hand
in
when I
the
told her if
harem.
She looked bad. It's only because of her actions.
Ooh.
That part. I told her I only made the post to get some
So, you
perspective
see
on
the
it.
picture of what
The
they
post was
look like?
100%
Stop.
accurate, and she
Shut the
knew
fuck
it.
up.
She began
Wait a
to
minute.
tear up and
The
asked me if I
nails?
was really considering
Bitch,
leaving her
stop.
over the keyboard. It's not over the
This
keyboard, it's over the entire
is what they
keyboard.
were supposed to
I
look
asked her if she
like.
understood this wasn't
Uh huh.
about the
And they're.
keyboard. It was about
No,
the
look at the
back
other
for me
picture
when I was trying
first.
to do
That's
her a
above
favor.
it.
She stayed
This is
silent.
what I had
I
got.
asked her what had prompted this
Yeah.
This is what I had received. This is what I had requested.
Parents or at work that was upsetting her and may have led to this. She got really defensive.
Gar.
Asking, are you calling me crazy? Do you think
How
I'm
much did you
unstable?
pay for
Whoa, whoa,
that?
whoa.
A lot.
Hold up.
I feel
Gar.
like you asking
3
that
digits?
is trying to understand where she's coming from better, not
Jada,
calling
what the
her
fuck?
crazy.
Mhm.
I had no idea where
So
Tell me
I
that
got
you
a
did
minute.
not
So my
see.
petty though.
crazy,
Stop.
but she
Look at
had
my
to
petty.
understand
Wait,
I
wait,
was
wait.
confused
Let me
about how
put
she
it
was
on both
acting, and there
cameras.
had to be a
Please
reason.
tell me that
We
you
talked in
did
circles for a
not
bit,
tip on
Look
that.
at how
I
pretty my
I
petty
still
is.
don't know what caused all of this because she wouldn't tell
Like
me. When I
300.
realized our conversation was going nowhere, I finally asked
You
if we
check
were going to
Discord,
have an adult
TNL.
conversation or if this was the hill she was going to let the relationship
Look at
die
my
on.
petty
She
is
asked, "What do you
slamming.
want from me?" And I
My
said,
manny
"I
is
want
good,
an
but the
apology."
paint job is
I'm getting
arse.
tired of typing, so I'll wrap this up quickly. She was absolutely unwilling to apologize. She
Y'all
thought
look
that my
in. This
betrayal
is
of
what I
posting this was
received,
far
and
worse
let me
than
tell
her
you,
initial behavior was.
normally my
Why,
nail
because
lady
we
is
told someone
so
about how crazy
good.
she was acting? We
But
talked about
I
it
got
for
a
5 more
mani
minutes
petty.
before I
Alice
told her
got
I
a
didn't
mani
care
petty,
anymore.
and
I
yeah.
told her this whole thing was exhausting and she wasn't willing to help us get to the bottom of this. That we should just break up. I didn't waste any time
The
making my way
was so
to the door.
pretty though.
As I was
But
Yeah.
she
no,
asked if I
she
wanted
did
my
not.
keyboard
Me
back.
too.
She didn't
Me
ask.
too.
She was definitely
Me
trying to get
too.
on my nerves. I
Me
felt my own
too.
voice.
Me
I told her she could keep it,
too.
thank God.
Me
As
too.
long as
Me
she
too.
promised to never
Me too.
call or
Also
text
me
me
as
again.
well. Also me too. Also as well. Oh my God! It's my birthday, TNL. Give it to me right now.
Of not so nice
Do the thing.
messages from her
That stuff.
friends, which finally prompted me to delete my Facebook. She obviously told her friends some version of the story, which made it seem like I really did leave her over the keyboard. I couldn't care less, as I'll never be seeing any of them ever again. We only dated for 4 months, so in the end, I don't feel terribly heartbroken. Mostly just relief that it's over, but also confusion. Still have no idea why she acted out. Maybe she's been reading or watching some of this content that's like,
Sprinkle, sprinkle. Pay for stuff. 50-50 is bad.
like all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like to a certain extent, I watch those things because of like they're entertaining and it's a new viewpoint and it's interesting to
It's
hear.
chapstick.
But it's
Y'all
just
calm
interesting
down.
that this was completely out of nowhere and like
It's
it
called
almost
butter.
gave her this new burst of entitlement that you don't know where it's coming from. Very short edit. She called earlier today.
Sorry, I'm full of
very
beans.
apologetic.
Beans!
My assumption is that she saw this post and read all the comments.
We call it
detailing
full of
how I
beans.
was
It's an
right for
ADHD
leaving her,
thing.
among other things. I told her that she had her chance to apologize. No, she certainly did. And she lost that chance. Am I overreacting for wanting to leave my boyfriend?
Usually I
after
just
he
let my
ruined
leg
birthday
twitch, like
again?
my one foot over here.
Filth, trash, garbage, dumpster, trash.
My boyfriend has ruined my birthday 2 years in a row, and I honestly don't know if I'm overreacting for thinking about leaving or if I'm acting selfish.
Probably not.
Last year, we got into a big fight on my birthday. It ended with him telling me I was selfish for wanting the day to be about me.
Well, it is your birthday.
That I couldn't stand it when attention wasn't on me, and that it was my fault my birthday was ruined. I had only told him he was starting to act a little too drunk and was embarrassing himself, but the situation escalated quickly. We were both drinking, so I apologized, tried to move past it, and chalked the whole thing up to alcohol.
This is Venice today. But when I took office, Venice had been rated the most dangerous beach in America.
No, because absolutely not. You're selfish for wanting your birthday to be about you? How does that make any sense? Of course it's about you. This screams to me that he actually can't stand when it's not about him. I genuinely think that's the bare minimum. Making your partner's birthday about them and not you.
Upper
Yeah,
management.
and not
Okay, I can't do that. I have one too many things because I have music, I have that, I have this, and I have just one too many. Upper management made a bunch of people redundant and got rid of them instead of letting them work out the weeks that they know those for. Recruiting a couple of positions that is not true. Oh, dude. Talk to Mech about that. Fucking... Now management about me and myself has still been attending the month May 7th now. Just by the end, but oh, dude, babes. My best friend, my soul person, my daughter's other mother, works for Robert Half. Google it and you'll know right away what I'm saying. And could totally hook you up with placement that you are very qualified for, but either way, really good benefits, really good placement, really good job security kind of stuff. Robert Half, and they're all over the world. And I got an in for you if you want to be hooked up with alternatives. Ooh! Stop, TNL. Stop.
Problem with that either. That's a big one.
A neurodivergent is attracted to what it is.
Enjoy. I'm gonna go right ahead and just
stop hitting all the right buttons.
Something. I booked a 3-story arcade.
I say the same thing to Javi.
An indoor adventure
no,
park,
full ass.
I stayed away from bars or clubs.
I am just way too gay, and anybody that fucks around with me needs to understand that I need the hot pussies in my life. Like, and I'm going to be stupid horny for them all the time. I'm just not sorry. I'm just not.
That's supposed to be a bad thing?
I mean, for penises, they get insecure and whatever else. So I try to warn the penises in advance. Respectfully, I was into boobies before I was into schwang. And I will never not be horny for my besties. Like, yes, I'm pansexual, and whether they would ever partake or not is inconsequential. I am horny for strangers, too. I am horny for positive vibes and positive feels. I'll mac on a nice, juicy ass in a grocery store just so she goes home feeling her feels. You know, like, if you don't know what I mean, that's not my problem. But if you do, you know you do because you're the same kind of way. But I will I will double, quadruple mac with the extra fries on everything I find.
Kelly_V rated your channel with 4 viewers.
Kelly, you bitch!
That's just the perfect timing to get into the stream. Just into all the horny
Hi, welcome in. I'm Jaden Nicko. I'm a variety streamer. It's my birthday. I am looming and watching Am I the Asshole and Random Asians Cooking because I have ADHD, and welcome to an ADHD stream. We were just talking about how pansexual I am and how any man that I date or whatever have to accept that I am very provocative. You're new in here. Hi. I say swear words. So if you're less than 18, I'm so sorry. Please leave the room. I'm going to say cuss words cuz I keep forgetting what they are in English. But anyway, I'm horny for my besties and I have a whole harem of bestie girls, but it always becomes a problem in any relationship I ever have with men because they get insecure and I'm like, "Why? Why would you? Like, why? Why? I'm going to come back over to you more horny because I was just hitting on Javi for an hour and a half." What the hell? Why are you upset about it? I'm going to come on you and ride that into the sunset like it's fucking John Wayne. Thank you. Took a minute. I'm going to ride that shit in the sunset like I'm John Wayne in a fucking Western, bro. Why are you upset? Every time, though. Could you be less horny for women in random places? No. No, I can't.
I want to fight you, no.
Can you go home and reap the benefits and shut the hell up? That'd be great. Just shut the hell up. Like, stop. Fuck. Join the party. No. I bring them home with me. But no. Perfect example. I was out with Potato. We were at Costco.
We have a group assignment.
I was at Costco. I was out with Potato. If
You
y'all
wish
don't know
to.
about Potato, that's an okay.
You need to feed me first.
I was at Costco with Potato, and we were walking around, and we were in the clothing section without the tall aisles, and across the other side of the clothing section, he sees the juiciest Latino tank. Oh. Like, oh. And I didn't catch it before he did. Bastard. But he points it out to me, and he's like, dude, would you eat that? Like, look at that. Oh, would you eat that, baby? And I'm like, oh, fuck you. Hold on. I basically hold my beard at him. Hold my beer. Walked right up to her and said, what the hell are you doing? Coming out here making people gay. Like, what are you doing? She says, what? I'm like, what are you doing? It's my straight day. And you come out here with that juicy, amazing ass, looking all fine and shit. What's wrong with you? I got my boyfriend here with me, and do you understand how gay you have just made me when I walked into this? What's wrong with you? And she beat red, huge smile, eyes glowing. She's like, stop. I was like, no, you stop. And I slapped it. And I'm like, look at that. What the fuck, girl? Do you know how gay you are making people? That's sacrilegious. And the whole time I am honking on it, and I'm rubbing and I'm like, yeah, you know, don't you? You doing the Lord's work. You are a bad person. You go home and stop turning people gay. And I slapped it twice more. I was like, you have a good time, baby. But if I see you again on the other side of the store, I'm going to touch it. And she's like, okay. Her husband, boyfriend, whatever, is standing right over there watching me do the whole thing. He didn't give a fuck. They're Latinos.
Mm-hmm.
They know what's... But the ear-to-ear grin, she gonna go home and destroy that motherfucker later. And I walk back over to Potato, and I'm like... He's like, how the fuck did you do that? I was like, what? And he's like, how'd you just... Like, you can just do that? That's bullshit. And I was like, I mean, suck less? And he's like, that's not funny. A dude can't go up and do that. I was like, yeah, he could. He just needs to game. So, if you're wondering what this pile of mess behind me is, it's the yarn for TNL's next blanket. There's the pile. So, that's my yarn area right there. And that's Finn the Human, because he's amazing. And Hollow Knight. But... that's TNL's very next blanket right there. Okay, let's play the thing.
Because he often says he's not a fun guy or a party person when I suggest he go to those places with me, and I didn't want him to feel out of place. Okay.
Did you even say what you do on stream?
Your birthday, and like if you
what am I?
What? On your birthday, I feel like that's.
What do you do on
stream
for the people that got it in the raid?
Enjoy those things on our birthday.
What about stream about people that listen? I got here already. Hi. What happened about people? I said hi to the people in this. Oh, can you show the person that raided it, or you already did? You probably already
no,
did.
I didn't.
Oh, fuck.
No, I didn't.
You're a terrible mod.
Do
the thing and then show me your ass. I mean,
I'm
what?
squirreling.
Sam!
I'm
thank you! Sam!
Babe.
Sam's a mod too. Javi outranks you.
And TNL is a mod too.
Nah, he's just a pervert. Is he a functional mod? I don't know. Mostly we hope he's just a pervert.
But I'm crafting.
Down.
Flag. I want.
Don't forget though, there's lots of hangy flappy things, because I used to could be over 450 pounds.
Lighthearted and enjoyable for both of us. He had been in a great mood all day. He bought himself something early that day for an early
we're talking
Black
to
Friday
TNL in
deal.
the Discord. Snap, secret.
Himself
about other clothes.
buy you
He sent me a shirt,
The second
and
I
it
finished
looks
getting ready,
very good on me, but it needs to be 2 sizes
He
smaller.
barely said anything, mumbled, "You look nice," and his mood shifted.
Ah, you
At the
can fix
arcade,
that.
He barely talked or participated. And
I
kept
know,
trying to
right?
keep things fun, but he wasn't into it.
That's so easy to fix.
Sounds like a child. I don't care if
I
you're
mean,
not
it
into
depends
it.
how-
Like, if this is
how
what your girlfriend
Stitcher-
wants to do for her birthday,
You see
you
leg?
better
This
act
is my leg.
into
You
it.
want to see my ass too?
While we were
Yes.
waiting for the go-karts, he told me he didn't want to ruin my day, but he wasn't having fun. He wasn't enjoying himself, and he was hungry. That doesn't matter. I'm sorry, but it's not your day. This
I'm
is
sorry, I
about
was supposed to
somebody
say no.
else. When you're in a relationship, you might
Why, yes,
have
I
to
can put
sometimes
them
do
in my
things
own
that you
mouth.
don't want to do. See people that you don't really want to see. Go to events you might not really want to go to. But you
Art.
go because it's supportive of your partner. The fact that he's not even willing to do this on your birthday is like major.
Buddy!
Giving narcissist.
Mine has been hounding me since this morning to make sure I did anything today, and I'm like, I don't really want to. He's like, no, you need to do something. And I'm like, but I've never celebrated it in my whole life. Literally. Never had a birthday party in my whole life, even as a child. I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. And he's like, go stream and hang out with your buddies. I was like, oh.
Alright.
Okay. And then sent me monies and everything, and is like, take Pooh Beans out, Alice. Pooh Beans out and have some dinner. And then I'm like, okay. Because
Nice.
my birthday is the same week Mother's Day is every time. That following weekend is always Mother's Day. I'm a May baby. I was on the 6th. Literally today. And then this weekend, the second Sunday is always Mother's Day. So my birthday and Mother's Day always run in together. And I've always ended up celebrating Mother's Day and my birthday the same weekend. And then Mother's Day always overshadows my birthday. But because of that, when I was younger, they would just never celebrate my birthday and instead just do the Mother's Day whatever situation. That kind of you should not celebrate that sort of matriarch, sorry. I understood because there was 9 of us, but also it was not fun. And I had 3 cousins with the same birthday, and we would all end up celebrating them together if we ever did get together, which we never did. And when it did happen, it would always end up that those cousins that we were celebrating with they were having a birthday party, and I would just be added on because my parent was the kind of garbage human that would use other people's celebrations to also add their own so they didn't have to pay for it or whatever. Like people that propose or announce things at other people's monumental events without consent. Like that kind of a thing. I genuinely, in my whole life, I've never had a birthday party. Ever. So and then to be put in the situation where one is happening, I'm not sure how I would react to it. It would probably be really hard for me. But because I've never been in that situation, I don't know how I would react, but I can tell you for sure that it would take a couple of tries for me to be comfortable and enjoy myself, especially if it's a large group of people, even if it's my people. I've never
be weird at first.
I've never in my life been in that situation, so I can already tell you that it would be overwhelming and a lot for me, and I would need at least one of my absolute closest soul peoples, like Xtina or Snack or Barsabarf or like Alice or like some like touching me during the situation, because I would become overwhelmed because I've never been in that kind of holy shit positive situation that is focused solely on me, and I wouldn't know how to deal with it. Ever at all. Late, early, any of the in-between, I've never had one. Because it always coincides with Mother's Day or whatever, or because I was younger middle child. I'm the 3rd youngest. I think. Yeah. I'm at least a third youngest. Yeah. So I've never had ever in my whole life a birthday party of anything of the sort. Even when I was an adult, because it was like, celebrate with who?
What
where?
for?
When? What for? Especially in the last 15.
Uh-huh.
Because the patriarch of the opposite side, his birthday is the following week after Mother's Day. So we would always end up celebrating only the patriarch-in-law on the following weekend or by the end of the month for his... For the last 15. Mine's not been acknowledged on...
I'm sorry. I'm not going to diagnose. I'm not a therapist. I have had lots of therapists.
I accepted it. I condoned it. It's 100% my fault too, so
is a narcissistic
don't get spicy.
He also said that other places we went to were better
But I'm
than
just
this.
reminding you, when you give me love, I don't know what to do with it. And I act either horny or confused or full-ass terrified. I do eventually get used to it. Ask Javi. I do eventually get used to it. But the first introduction of loving back to me scares the shit out of me. I don't know what to do with that. Not used to being loved.
You know,
I've gotten
if
used
we
to
get
it.
together, I'm gonna hug the fuck out.
Oh my god.
Right?
You think I'm not going to be touching you the whole time?
Yeah.
Javi's built the base. So, as a pan, you've got to build a base before you get all the physical. And then, if you've built the base, the physical is unhinged, unholy, and you get warned about it repeatedly. But Javi's like, yeah, and personal.
Yeah.
What's personal space? All of the bitches snack. Literally, Arsenic came for and took care of me after my surgery. That bitch gave me baths and shit. She has seen every inch of my everything. All of the things you don't want other people to see when they're all fully hanging loose because you're drugged off your ass. Arsenic has seen and wiped it clean and patted it dry. That kind of love, yo. When you have built the base, you get all of the love-ins afterwards because that's how a neurodivergent pansexual with ADHD works. We're a mirror, 100%, but also you don't get all up in my business unless you have established a base first. Then, oh, absolutely. You do everything. I won't tell you no. Don't be ridiculous. You made a base.
Yay!
Yeah, so you can touch me. Yeah, if we didn't have a super gay love connection for the last few years, I would not let you hug me because I wouldn't be able to handle the physical contact. But, oh no. The second you're off the plane, girl, you can give me hugs and kisses and all the things, and I will be all up on you like a koala octopus hybrid. Blah, 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 blah.
Perfect.
Blah, 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 blah. And then I will kiss the babies. Blah, 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 blah. And then I'll take you back and stuff you full of food and then grope you all your good place. I mean, what?
I asked again why he hadn't enjoyed himself. He said, I'm not a fun person. I'm not a party person like you. As if I had taken him to a club instead of an arcade. That really hurt me tonight specifically, so he wouldn't say that.
Why would...
It's not
Wait,
about being a fun
wait.
person.
T&L, to reply to your earlier statements, why, if you knew I don't like it gentle, would you be gentle? I'm just curious. If you knew I was allergic to peanuts, why would you serve me peanut butter? You know what I mean? If you know I don't like
he was talking
pumpkin,
about the parties.
but still, if you know I don't like pumpkin, why would you give me pumpkin? You know what I'm saying? If you know I don't like pumpkin, why you buying me a latte of pumpkin spice? You know, like, don't. Why? No. Why? Ew. Ugh. The fuck? I know you don't like it, but I'm gonna do... Why? What? You know I don't like it! You just said! Even though I know you prefer... Why? 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 You like how I can express so many different emotions with one word? That.
Yes.
Why? 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 Like, why? 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 By the way, friends, if you're welcome, if you're just coming in now, hi. It's my birthday. I'm trying to craft while being a thirsty hoe for my friends. Oh. No, so you need to understand that physical soothes the mentals, but as long as you don't immediately get up and walk away, it's fine. Wait, hang on, let me...
He's saying this because the day isn't about him. Like, I can already see that you are used to catering things to him and apologizing for when he hurts you.
Stop it.
It's not about not being a fun person. It's about not being able to celebrate other people. This man hates you. Like, I'm just saying this right now. And it's so unbelievably common. You really find out who your partner is on your birthday. And on Christmas, too.
Oh, I immediately forgot what I was talking about.
I told him it didn't make sense, and that's when he said the real reason was that he wasn't happy with his life. He was sad and couldn't fake it at the arcade. Okay, so playing the victim. Interesting that he's choosing this day of all days to bring that up. So it becomes about him. I know it might sound selfish, but it felt like I was being punished for trying.
That's exactly what he wants.
No matter what I did to make things enjoyable for both of us, he just wouldn't be happy. He couldn't even try to act happy for one night for my sake. And what makes it more confusing is that he's been in such a good mood all day before this happened. That's exactly it. He was in a good mood. So it's not like he's just like he had a bad day or he's having a bad week or what. He was in a good mood. I do understand depression. I've dealt with it for myself for a long time. And I know how overwhelming it can feel. But in that moment, it felt like he was using it to shift the focus away from how the night actually went. Correct. You are right. Every explanation he gave somehow turned the situation back onto me. It's gaslighting. It's manipulative. I told him that I understood what he was going through and that his feelings were valid, but I was still hurt by how he acted throughout the night because he didn't show up when I needed him to. This is the thing, right? Like, you're going through things, you have mental health problems, like, your feelings are valid. The things that you're going through are valid. I'm not trying to, like, minimize the possibility of him actually being depressed. It is interesting that it's only coming up when it's a day that's not about him.
It's all about you. It's all about me.
I find that, like, if you're in a bad spot, like, mentally, I find that getting yourself out of that bad spot, it really actually helps to think about something other than yourself. It really helps to, like, go out and do, like, charity work or, like, try to help somebody. You know, put that love somewhere constructive instead of just brooding and thinking about why things aren't going right for you. But he didn't do that. I said I needed to go downstairs for some space and that we could talk about his feelings the next day when things had calmed down. Instead of just letting me go downstairs, he followed me downstairs and started yelling. He said I was acting spoiled. I was acting like a 15-year-old child that was making everything about me.
Are we still talking about me?
Wait,
or
though.
Are we talking about you now?
Are you gonna cry like a bitch if I bite you? Are you gonna complain and say, don't bite me? Because if
Me?
you are... No. Because if you are... I highly recommend you jam something in my mouth beforehand if you huck me over a shoulder, because I'm a biter. But it's literally, if you're just not educated on it, it's a response of what you want to receive. Like, cute aggression. Google cute aggression.
Cuteness aggression.
Cuteness aggression. Google it for real. For real. Google it. It's a thing. I am a neurodivergent ADHD pansexual and I have a ton of cute aggression. So when my positive brain boop boops get super max stimulated, I don't know how to react to it at all. I don't. My brain cannot process it. And the reaction is to typically, for me, is to bite something. I don't bite babies and things, but if I get fucking so overwhelmed by how cute something is, like, it happened all the time when Alice was really small, but I have to, like, bite myself, flick myself, like, and it's got nothing to do with anything but the way my brain paths are, and they're just, like, I don't know how to handle super positive things. And it's not a bad thing anymore because they have words for it. But thus far, 93% of the people I've been with that have the penis whine like a bitch. I don't like it. Don't bite me. Don't make me like you then. Don't make me like you then? Question mark, ... If you don't want me to bite you, then you better bring a fucking bitch around for me because they love it when I bite them. Because I'm not drawing blood. It's not that. It's not about the blood. Like, if you're biting till blood, you have problems. I mean, they're your own problems and situation and whatever, and that's your thing. I don't bite for blood or want the blood. Really close, though. Close. Don't break the skin. Don't break the skin. I'm not down for the blood. You should bite me, though. But also, I'm gonna bite on you. But they're love nips. It's
num num num.
Num nums. It's num. Mommy Javi got it so on the ball. It's num num nums. Oh my god, my child is here. Okay, we gotta back up. Hi, my baby girl. This is my oldest baby. Right there, Jessica. That's Soup. That's my oldest. That's Soup. Thank you, my love baby. There's my oldest right there, y'all. She's a fucking full-ass parent and adult and things, and it disgusts me because I remember her sharing ice cream cones with the cat. Oh! She's such a big, awesome adult human that's just literally an amazing human person. She takes care of her older brother that's special needs. She's a fucking amazing human. She can cook, she can clean, she can do all the things. She can fucking pay the bills and file the taxes and do all the adult of motherfuck.
Yes!
I am ridiculously proud of this child. She is a fucking amazing human. Like, I am not taking any responsibility for that shit because she decided what kind of human she was going to be, but oh my fucking god, she's an amazing human. Stop it. I pointed the fucking road. I pointed the road, but you don't have to walk on that road. Just because I point that shit out don't mean you gotta walk on it. It don't mean you gotta be the kind of person that I'm like directing you to. You get to choose your own person, and that fucking kid, she got the moral, she got the ethic, but also don't fuck with her because she's my kid. And she ain't, don't fuck with my kid, she'll fuck you up. Don't fuck with my kid. She ain't gonna tolerate your bullshit. She's not stupid. But also, she is a fucking amazing human being and conscientious and knows all her pleases and thank yous and things. But also, she can whip you up a fucking meal like holy shit. Her house ain't dirty. She's a good ass human adult person. And I'm like, oh, I know her. I love you, baby girl. Dude, she was less than 5 before she was even 5. Before she was 3, pardon me. Before she was 3 years old, she was fully potty trained. She knew how to make at least one meal without a heat source, like a microwave or a whatever. She knew how to make PBJs. She knew how to load a washer and a dryer and the right amount of fucking shit to use for the before. Well, okay, she was fully potty trained by 3. All of that other shit she knew by the time she was 4. She knew how to fully change diapers and shit when she was 4. She knew about recycling. She knew about laundry soap and the fucking right amount of detergents. She knew how to wash your dishes. She knew how to cook by the time she was 5, she knew how to cook with heat sources. No problem. Dead ass. She could clean your whole fucking house spick and span, wipe your baby's ass and make you a meal before she was 5 years old. She is a badass kid, man. She's smart. She's fucking... And she ain't ripping you off either. She's got good morals and ethics. Like, I'm trying not to brag, but like, dude, she's a fucking badass kid, man. Proud as shit over here, yo. When they get to be full-ass adults... And like when you come from the dumpster and you're a full ass adult, there ain't a whole lot of shit to brag about. Like, yeah, I'm not on welfare. No, this kid is so fucking above and beyond. Like, dude, full proud. Yes, I hear you, baby. Thank you. Here, wait, hang on. Yes. Babes, that's fine. You can call me whenever you need to call me. There's no clock or time limit on relationships I have with people that matter in my heart. It's basically a hot pause button. And when you're ready, we'll talk. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Good night to you now. DM me all the time. I got my phone. Welcome back. Nothing. You don't need to know what I was saying about you. It was all negative.
Literally sounds like a
every last bit of it. Was talking about you being a little smelly bastard that farts in the bed and stuff, and shared ice cream cones with a cat.
That most people don't even get to celebrate birthdays.
Yeah, it was all negative. Ask the stream. It was all negative.
What? Most people don't get to celebrate birthdays.
It was not.
Okay.
I was
tactics here.
I was bragging about how early you fucking finished potty training, about how fast you learned how to be a fucking fully functioning adult and shit, and how you knew how to change diapers and cook meals with heat sources and do laundry and dishes and fucking keep a good house for your own house when you're an adult before you were even 5. No. It was all bad things. I said nothing but bad stuff. It was all garbage. I was like, fuck that kid. She's an asshole. Can't stand her and shit. She's a bad dude. She doesn't take care of her brother, her older brother, by the way, who's the sweetest honey bear. I want to put them on a stream one day, but at the same time I don't, because like, but her older brother... The
internet sucks.
Internet sucks. Her older brother is the sweetest Asperger's honey bear that you will ever meet in your whole fucking life. He's smart as a whip. He's hilarious. But he just wants to love everybody. He's just the honeyest sweetie bear ever. He is such a good boy. Such a good boy. But you start talking to him and you immediately know right away that he's an amazing special human and the sweetest thing ever. And if you ever fucking try to be mean to him, I swear there is a whole country of motherfuckers that will cut you, because he is just the sweetest honey boy. But that terrifies me, because you heard on the last fucking video about the bitch that fucked with the guy that didn't understand social norms just because she decided that he had no function, use, or purpose in normal human society. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Y'all. I dare you to try to touch her brother. I full ass dare you. That's mine. I full ass dare you to try and cross her brother. That's my kid. That's my honey boy. I full ass dare you to cross that boy in any negative way. And I'm telling you, good luck trying, because he's just such the sweetest. Your heart will scream and bleed in half, even if you're a sack of garbage, because he is such a sweet baby.
Yeah, we literally rewind the video because it was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I have no idea what Charlotte's got on about. Girl, what you talking about, Charlotte? Oh, wait. Right here.
Trash, filth, trash, garbage, dumpster, trash.
My boyfriend has ruined my birthday.
Am I overreacting for wanting to leave my boyfriend after he ruined my birthday again? So, you've already heard what she said. But you see what she says? You see what Soup says. Soup just said, like you can see her name if you're in the chat, I've called her Soup her whole life. So, Alice is Pooh Beans and she is Soup. It's whatever. But you hear what Soup said. You read what Soup said. Nobody that has ever met our honey boy has ever felt any kind of negative connotation that was not related to him, because the related ones are defective and fucked up anyway. But sweetest boy. Sweetest baby. For whatever reason, I already know the reason, she knows the reason, immediately thinks that he's an imposition to everything, including basic human decency, because that's the kind of family we grew up in. And she has tried her damnedest to never make him feel that way, but she's only one human. So when I'm there, I try to do the same. And I'm like, what are you talking about, buddy? And he's like, I'm like, do you want something to eat, something to drink? It's like, no, Auntie, I can just get a drink from the faucet. Like, no, the hell no.
What the heck?
Hell no. You pick a drink. And he's like, no, it's fine. I'm okay. I don't need to. I just live across the street. I'm like, nah, bruh. What the hell? No. Like, this is the last time I saw him. If his sister is there, she knows all the tips and tricks for handling him. But it's been a hot minute since I've done the same. And then I knew it took a couple of minutes. But then I needed to, you know me. I need to feed them. I'm crazy. I need to feed them. So I buy a bunch of fruit from Costco, and she knows what I'm doing. But he doesn't, and he tries to force her to return all this fruit. And I'm like, no, you can't, because I'm not going to be here long enough. And it's a 2-pack from Costco. It's not. I just bought 2 of everything. So we have to convince him that it's extra and it'll go in the garbage otherwise. Or like that he's helping one of the younger kids eat a meal. Like, I'm like, oh, well, Alice can't eat all that much. Can you eat it with her so she'll eat? Like, he understands when other special kids are around and things. And like, girl. The sweetest baby. But he's smart as a whip. Okay. So, am I overreacting for wanting to leave my boyfriend after he ruined my birthday again? So, my love, you also need to accept that he's never going to understand. Alice is the same. Her pediatricians and psychiatrists and everything else have already explained it. She's just never going to understand. It's not part of her brain makeup. Like, she'll understand a lot of other things, but that's the kind of stuff that she just, it's part of the autism, Asperger's thing. They're just never going to understand. And it's really hard for the people around them because they don't want them to get hurt. So the best way we can do is to establish them a friend base of their own that would cut a bitch for them. Like, we need that. Like, I made sure I found Alice a group in her little neighborhood circle that would cut a bitch for her. And I explained to them beforehand. I'm like, she's never going to understand. She's never going to understand when somebody's stealing from her. She's never going to understand the sarcasm. She's not going to understand she's autistic. She's just not going to understand. But she's going to hug you every time she sees you. And she's going to try to be loving on you. And I need you guys to be like the barrier that's looking out for her well-being, that's not manipulating and using it because you already understand who and what she is. But like, her ride or dies. I'm trying to get her some ride or dies that would fuck up a bitch for you. It's that. Lean further into it and mom him a little less and let him like lean on the friends more, because it doesn't just develop the independent side, it also develops the knowledge of which ones are trustworthy and which ones are not. But he's still never gonna fully grasp it. But if you have vetted them for him and you say, yeah, this one's good, that one, if you got something wrong, you call that one right there. Alice knows how to call every last one in the harem. She knows who Javi is because she knows she's a crazy Latina that will cut you.
Birthday
honestly,
years
yes.
in a row. And
That.
I honestly
Don't touch the baby.
Don't touch my baby. It's that. And but he's a full adult, but it's still, when you meet him.
To a big fight on my birthday.
I started talking over it again. When you meet him, we need to think of a nickname for him. Soup, we need to think of a nickname for him. Dookie, I guess. Well, because he doesn't like to be called Dookie, but that's what he's always been called. So, when you meet Dookie, it's the same feeling. Don't touch my baby. Don't touch that baby. Don't touch my baby. He's a full-ass adult. He's older than her. But you meet him, and that is your first instinct right away was hug this baby, stuff it with food, and nobody touches it. It's my baby. Don't touch that baby. Don't touch that baby. Don't look at that baby that way. Who are you? Did you just look at my baby? That's my baby now. I met it. It's mine. It's that. Full ass, girl.
Overreacting for thinking about leaving.
And you're a mom, you would be screwed.
Yes.
You would be ruined. You would be ruined by Dookie. You would be ruined by him. He's such a honey. Oh, such a good boy. So sweet and polite. Oh, my kid did so good.
My fault. My birthday was ruined. I had only told him he was starting to act a little too drunk and was embarrassing himself. But the situation escalated quickly. We were both drinking, so I apologized, tried to move past it, and chalked the whole thing up to alcohol. No, because absolutely not. You're selfish for wanting your birthday to be about you.
Duke.
How does that make any sense?
So we'll call
this screen
Soup and Duke. That's what we'll call them. So I call her Zooey or Soup, just always, because she's an animal. So Zooey, zoo animals. Zooey or Soup, I call her. He'll be Duke, possibly Dookie, just depending on how high I am.
Screams to me that he actually can't stand when it's not about him.
She has a younger brother. She calls Bun Bun.
Birthday about them and not you. Yeah. And
yes, we name all our favorite people food.
This year, I planned something that I thought we'd both enjoy. I'm gonna go right ahead and just... I'm sorry, you planned something? I booked a 3-story arcade with go-karts, axe throwing, an indoor adventure park, and mini golf. I stayed away from bars or clubs because he often says he's not a fun guy or a party person when I suggest he go to those places with me and I didn't want...
Huh?
That my little started pre-K.
Your little started pre-K?
Yeah.
Nice.
Want him to feel out of place.
Oh, I loved pre-K. I got to sleep.
But again, this is also your
Naps.
birthday, and like, if you want to go dancing on your birthday,
But also, I
feel
miss
like
her
that's-
being small and
unless he has,
cuddly.
like, you know, an issue, like a substance abuse issue. I don't really see
And
why.
they never
we
want
can't
to say
enjoy
hi or
those things
goodbye
on our
to the
birthday because
teachers,
we're
and I
partner,
thought
but
that
anyway.
Oh, they will.
didn't-
They will.
They didn't really like them.
They will.
Today, I saw them asking one of the teachers for uppies and hugs and kisses. And it
See?
was so-
himself
so adorable.
something. Didn't buy you
Now I
nothing.
feel like shit, she says. Those are my cuppies and cuddles.
No, I know
barely
that.
said anything, mumbled,
I love that they
"You look
trust
nice,"
them.
and his mood shifted.
Gotta
At the
pee
arcade,
again.
he barely talked or participated, and I kept trying to keep things fun, but he wasn't into it.
Because they're really like.
I don't care if you're
Hang
not
on, wait.
into it.
I gotta
if
pee.
This is what your girlfriend wants to do for
run,
her
run, run.
birthday. You better act into it.
Grow up.
While we were waiting for the go-karts, he told me he didn't want to ruin my day, but he wasn't having fun. He wasn't enjoying himself, and he was hungry. That doesn't matter. I'm sorry, but it's not your day. This is about somebody else. When you're in a relationship, you might have to sometimes do things that you don't want to do. See people that you don't really want to see. Go to events you might not really want to go to. But you go because it's supportive of your partner. The fact that he's not even willing to do this on your birthday is like major. It's giving narcissist. I'm sorry. I'm not going to diagnose. I'm not a therapist. I have had lots of therapy. Not a narcissist. And not a therapist. Like, this is a narcissistic trait. He also said that other places we went to were better than this. I started feeling anxious and told him I didn't know what to do, which he pointed out wasn't his fault if I felt like that. I don't understand why it's up to you to fix anything. We ended up leaving early. I offered to go to another place that had food and looked like it could be a mix of what we both liked, but he said if we went there, he wouldn't talk because it wasn't somewhere he would enjoy. Buddy. It's like comical at this point. So we just went home. He didn't even end up getting the food he said he wanted so badly. Yeah, because it was an excuse. He was just looking for an excuse to complain. When we got home, things escalated in the worst way. I asked again why he hadn't enjoyed himself. He said, I'm not a fun person. I'm not a party person like you, as if I had taken him to a club instead of an arcade. That really hurt because I had planned this night specifically so he wouldn't say that. It's not about being a fun person. He's saying this because the day isn't about him. Like, I can already see that you are used to catering things to him and apologizing for when he hurts you.
Stop it.
It's not about not being a fun person. It's about not being able to celebrate other people. This man hates you. Like, I'm just saying this right now. And it's so unbelievably common. You really find out who your partner is on your birthday. And on Christmas, too. I wanted something low-key that we could both enjoy. I told him it didn't make sense, and that's when he said the real reason was that he wasn't happy with his life. He was sad and couldn't fake it at the arcade. Okay, so playing the victim. Interesting that he's choosing this day of all days to bring that up. So it becomes about him. I know it might sound selfish, but it felt like I was being punished for trying.
That's exactly what he wants.
No matter what I did to make things enjoyable for both of us, he just wouldn't be happy. He couldn't even try to act happy for one night for my sake. And what makes it more confusing is that he's been in such a good mood all day before this happened. That's exactly it. He was in a good mood. So it's not like he's just like he had a bad day or he's having a bad week or what. He was in a good mood. I do understand depression. I've dealt with it for myself for a long time. And I know how overwhelming it can feel. But in that moment, it felt like he was using it to shift the focus away from how the night actually went. Correct. You are right. Every explanation he gave somehow turned the situation back onto me. It's gaslighting. It's manipulative. I told him that I understood what he was going through and that his feelings were valid, but I was still hurt by how he acted throughout the night because he didn't show up when I needed him to. This is the thing, right? Like, you're going through things, you have mental health problems, like, your feelings are valid. The things that you're going through are valid. I'm not trying to, like, minimize the possibility of him actually being depressed. It is interesting that it's only coming up when it's a day that's not about him.
It's all about me.
I find that, like, if you're in a bad spot, like, mentally, I find that getting yourself out of that bad spot, it really actually helps to think about something other than yourself. It really helps to, like, go out and do, like, charity work or, like, try to help somebody. You know, put that love somewhere constructive instead of just brooding and thinking about why things aren't going right for you. But he didn't do that. I said I needed to go downstairs for some space and that we could talk about his feelings the next day when things had calmed down. Instead of just letting me go downstairs, he followed me downstairs and started yelling. He said I was acting spoiled. I was acting like a 15-year-old child that was making everything about me.
Are we still talking about me, or are we talking about you now?
And that's ironic because he literally sounds like a child that can't let, you know, that blows out the candles on someone else's birthday cake. That's literally what he's acting like.
Boom. A child.
That most people don't even get to celebrate birthdays and that he stormed out of the house and drove off.
Huh? What?
Most people don't get to celebrate birthdays. Okay. He's switching tactics here, trying to make you feel guilty. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Wait, I
I
need more
want to
tissue.
emphasize he isn't an awful guy.
I'm not so sure about that.
He did try to make it up to me a couple of days later with dinner and gifts, but I can't shake how everything played out. Okay, hold on a second. This is like classic manipulation, right? They push you away, they gaslight you, they make you feel like, and then they reel you back in. On the day that it mattered most, he ruined it. People don't understand why people like stay with narcissists or people with narcissistic tendencies. It's because of the flip-flopping. It's because one minute they are so unbelievably charming and wonderful, and then the next minute they're not. They're like literally the worst. I can't shake how everything played out. I know his feelings are important and valid too, but I just wanted one day to feel special without being made to feel selfish. I work 2 jobs while I'm in college, and my birthday is one of the only days all year when I can dress up, feel pretty, and actually enjoy myself. Now, I don't even want to celebrate my birthday anymore with any family or friends.
That's what he wants!
Oh, you celebrate that birthday, babes. And I feel bad that I don't really care about the gifts he got me. I honestly don't think I've ever been this confused about a relationship before, and I really need help understanding what's going on. You're confused because you're in a relationship with someone who's very manipulative. There should never be confusion about whether somebody cares about you or not. Am I overreacting or an a-hole for thinking about leaving him? Was I acting selfish? I'm open to honest criticism. No, I absolutely think that this is a window into what your future relationship will be like. And it's actually very, very common, unfortunately. It says you've had 2 birthdays with this person, so it's been a couple of years. It's one thing if it was just one birthday and it was, you know, you guys are drunk or whatever and like he was acting like a fool once, but this is 2 years in a row. I don't love that. I had a partner who found a way to ruin every special occasion. He wasn't battling depression. And the next partner who was battling depression did not ruin my special days. This is the thing about people that weaponize mental health. I know someone like this. They do have the tendency to ruin every special occasion. And not just special occasions about like you, about somebody else. Like sometimes they even ruin special occasions for them too, when you've put in a lot of effort to like celebrate them and they make you feel for the effort that you put in. It's not the depression. This guy doesn't really like you. I hate to say it. It's him that can't stand not being the center of attention on other people's special days. Not overreacting. I married a man like this. Every occasion was a letdown because of his attitude. Eventually we didn't celebrate almost anything because he did stuff your boyfriend did. Get out. He will ruin everything and make you feel like it's on you. Obviously, when I said that this is common, like there's a lot of people in the comments that are saying like, I literally married someone like this. My ex would hype me up the night before my birthday and ruin it at the crack of dawn, then try to make it up. Then would be mad because I wasn't fawning over his lame attempts to make it up. My husband, who has battled depression his whole life, has never ruined a single good achievement, birthday, milestone in my life. My ex went on to do the same to his new wife. And by the way, OP, you are worthy of being celebrated.
Come on there.
Let me show you around. This is the ship hangar. Every vessel ready to launch at a moment's notice. Down here, the fusion core. It powers the entire station. Oh.
Period. Clock it. To add, my ex is diagnosed with BPD and bipolar. OP edited and said, wow, I wasn't expecting this much engagement on my post, and I really appreciate everyone who took the time to comment. Reading all of your perspectives has been overwhelming, but also very eye-opening. I genuinely hoped I was just being selfish or misreading the situation, but hearing so many consistent experiences and warnings have given me a lot to think about. We do live together, so it makes everything more complicated, but leaving is something I know I need to do. Thank God. And I'm going to take the steps I need in order to protect my peace. Thank you to everyone who shared advice, experiences, and support. It truly means more than you know. So we do have an update. Update for those who are asking. I haven't told him I'm leaving yet because I need to make arrangements, get my things out, and find a new place to stay. I also don't want him to react badly or try to pressure me into staying. I want to make sure I'm in a stable and safe position to leave before saying anything. Everything is still really new and I'm taking things one step at a time. I'm celebrating my birthday with my friends this weekend. Yes! We are going out for karaoke and he's not invited. You gotta get another opportunity to ruin this for me. Careful though, because honestly, I would turn your phone off. I wouldn't tell him where you're going either. OP also said he wouldn't want to come even if he was invited. Unfortunately, as it's not something he'd be interested in. He's also not the type to show up, but he is the type to start a fight. Yeah, this is why I'm saying, don't tell him where you're going, turn your phone off, stay at a friend's house. So I'm getting ready at a friend's place and staying the night there you go, to prevent that from happening and to make sure he doesn't get the chance. Well done, bestie. You handled this beautifully, and I'm glad to hear all of this. You deserve to celebrate. You deserve to be celebrated with people that care about you. It isn't too much to ask. Okay, I kind of want to like lighten the mood a little bit. You guys want to lighten the mood? I do. Am I the a-hole? My boyfriend places sheets on all the furniture when I'm on my period.
Oh, hell no!
Is he okay?
Oy, oy, oy. So, my 24 female boyfriend, 28 male, 28, sorrows, prayers, is really protective over his furniture. I assume it's because they're white. This really shows when I'm on my period. My boyfriend does humiliating things like placing sheets on all the chairs and lounges. I feel like if I were to leak, I'd just leak through the sheets anyway. And makes me sleep in the guest bedroom on the first 2 days of my period, my heaviest days. And then he even asked me about when was the last time I changed it. Oh, be for real right now. I'm a grown woman who's had her period since the age of 12. I don't need somebody to remind me to change a tampon. This is such a turnoff for me. When guys are like grossed out by something like that, it's giving... Let me think of a word I could actually say on YouTube. It's giving...
No, that's
prissy.
what I did for my birthday.
Men used to go to war. They used to go to war. And now they're worried about a little secretion. Be for real right now. No, please no. Because this is so embarrassing. It's not only the fact that he seems to be off-put. He finds your period off-putting. It's also the fact that this is very embarrassing. Like, this is making you feel gross. He might as well put a diaper on you, girl. What the hell? When he does this, I just feel embarrassed, and it gives me the vibe that he cares more about materialistic objects than me. I'm not even allowed to cuddle him during
Delusional
my period.
dude. Oh my god. Stop.
Not even girls.
Oh my god, stop.
I started my period yesterday.
Be gay.
As expected.
Be
The
half
sheets
gay.
come out. I decided to put
You'll
my
get
foot
all
down
the
and
cuddles.
Take off all the sheets off the furniture, which got my boyfriend irritated. To which I told him he needs to stop treating me like a leaking juice box. He says I have no right to prevent him from keeping his expensive furniture clean, that I'm the one acting like a jerk. I need to know, am I the a-hole? No.
What not gay person buys
Oh, be for real
white
right now.
furniture?
This is so ridiculous. Men
What?
used to go to war.
What?
Maybe he's
Question. What not gay man buys white furniture? Just curious. Most men's that indulge in the vagina, they know that there's a monthly cycle. But they also know that we use products to not leak everywhere because we don't want to ruin our clothes. We're not a faucet out in the yard. Back when I had a period, I no longer have a uterus. Thanks for asking. But back when I did cycle, I wore things to not leak blood everywhere, like a snail on a track. Y'all penis people think that it's our first day, ? And that we just let that shit make marks everywhere and like sent, like what? What? I have questions. I have questions about your logic and comprehension, sir. I have questions. Y'all right? Y'all right, bro? How many periods has she had since she met you? And you're concerned about her leaking on your furniture? As though it's her first day? Y'all right, bro? You okay? Do you need to talk to anyone? I hook you up.
He's got like some sort of weird phobia about it or something. I don't know. 'Cause
Weird.
This is excessive.
Weird.
Leaking happens. It's okay. There's ways around it. Important to note. Little mishaps can be fixed with hydrogen peroxide. Just pour hydrogen peroxide on it. It's like it's never happened. Unless you throw the whole man away. Nobody wants to be made to feel like they're yucky. It's really not a big deal. Imagine how we feel. We go through it every month. Imagine the underwear that we have to throw away. You don't even need to. Like, honestly, it's fine. I fail to understand what the big deal is. Imagine how he'll feel when you're pregnant. Super weird. Not the a-hole, just out of curiosity. Does he have any redeeming qualities besides owning furniture he cares about? Yeah, I mean, you were pretty vague in what you shared. He said, honestly, he's a great guy when I'm not on my period. This is a big no-no for me. Like, massive. This is actually quite disturbing behavior. He's treating OP like a dog in heat. It makes me wonder about his personality and views toward women in general. I do think that this is evidence of like a wider opinion. The women are like gross or something. It goes with like a lack
Go be
of
gay
like,
then.
education too. Like there's not a lot of education surrounding like women's health and stuff like that in school. At first we're kind of taught to be like embarrassed about it, right? I remember fully being made fun of when I was on my period and stuff, mishaps happened or whatever. But like this late in life, you guys aren't in middle school anymore. You didn't just get it. I feel like this is evidence of like a wider opinion that he has. I don't think this is about furniture. This is a man deeply uneasy about menstruation and the female body functions. He's not truly comfortable relating with women and attempts to control and set barriers around them. I suggest you get away from this man whose head is in the dark ages of time, because you will begin to notice over time it's not just your menstruating body that sets him off. It's like an irrational sort of like lack of education. Like maybe it's like an OCD thing. I don't know.
It's bedtime for me.
Good night, I love you.
Absolutely.
I literally have like an app on my phone.
Have fun.
It's like the Flow app or whatever. I linked Mike to it so he knows exactly when my cycle like starts. Oh, I actually.
So we let them know when the cycle happens so they can buy us chocolate.
I'm in my follicular phase. I might be feeling more productive than usual. So he gets little notifications. It's like,
Ooh, it's her first day. She might be feeling tired. Let's plan like a cutesy
like compliments.
Oh, my game keeps crashing. Ah!
That you can give your girlfriend to make her feel better on days like that. Yeah, I mean, this is silly. You're not the a-hole. I would really be questioning this person in this relationship because nobody wants to be made to feel like their normal bodily functions are gross. I wouldn't want to be made to feel like that. I want to feel like totally comfortable in my relationship, like I can totally be myself. You just don't need that. Plenty of men out there that don't give a crap. In fact, sometimes they love it. My boyfriend of 3 years doesn't know my name.
Ah!
Am I overreacting? All right, let's get into it. As the title states, my 35 female boyfriend, 42 male, of 3 years didn't know my middle name or the spelling of my last name until today.
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
Sorry, y'all. It won't let me mute it.
Huh?
Nah.
It can't possibly be that he never came into contact with your last name or your middle name until 3 years into the relationship. He just didn't care enough to learn it.
That's the bare minimum.
For more context, we met 10 years ago when I still had my maiden name. I got divorced 4 years ago and have kept my married name since. I'm updating my blankety blank information. Please send me your current address and email. Thanks. She sends it. It's redacted. Full name, please, babe. She sends the full name. You don't know my name? Babe, I didn't know your middle name or the spelling of your last name, but who would? Oh.
Literally anybody fucking you?
If you have like a name that's kind of difficult to spell, maybe I could understand. But it's been 3 years and he didn't. I would even be embarrassed to ask. Like, I would literally go and try to find their passport. The fact that he asked, dude. I don't love this for you, babe. I don't understand how it wouldn't have come up before 3 years. Is it a complicated last name? Not knowing your middle name is less offensive, but last name is wild. OP said, not common, but not complicated. I think it's pretty easy to spell. We also pretty frequently message on Messenger where my first and last name is visible. Oh, stop it. Oh my God, actually stop right now. So, it's already a red flag that he didn't know, but the fact that he asked when it's entirely possible for him to find that information, how are you not embarrassed? I don't understand how he wouldn't care enough to learn it after 3 years. I'm an embryologist, and when we have to accession in male samples for insemination, they must fill out their partner's full name and date of birth. You would be shocked at how many of them spell their partner's names wrong or don't know their birthday. Oh dear. The bar is in hell. Isn't that like personally embarrassing that you don't know your partner's last name or date of birth? You don't know what her birthday is?
And I'm still a piece of garbage.
At that point, ladies, like, it's also kind of our fault. Like, what do you mean he doesn't know when your birthday is? Another interesting red flag. When she said, you don't know my name, babe, I don't know your middle name or the spelling of your last name, but who would?
Nah.
I would say people who have known her for longer than a few months should know that. This is a pretty insane excuse for his clear lack of care. He's kind of like placing the blame on her. He's like alluding to the fact that her name is too difficult to remember or something. You're long-term partners, you're both full-grown adults. He's in his 40s. This reads like a conversation between kids in middle or high school who just asked each other out at school. Not overreacting, this makes him look like a total dick. Yes, he's absolutely downplaying it and saying like,
Who would understand what your name is? Like, who would know that? It's too difficult.
no. Knowing your name is the bare minimum. It really is the bare minimum. And he's not even doing that.
Bah.
He doesn't care enough to know it and has the audacity to ask you. So I would say no, you're not overreacting. It's a problem. Am I the a-hole for giving my stay-at-home mom wife a written performance review with
Yeah.
suggested areas
Yeah.
needing improvement?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you trying
Yes.
to get yourself killed?
Yeah.
Here we go. I, 33 male, share one child, 6 female, with my wife, 36 female. She has another daughter, 13 female, that lives with us full time. We also have custody of our niece, 15 female. The teens are each other's best friends. They share a large bedroom, which was done at their request. Their dynamic here is pretty much mom and youngest against the teens, with me being the referee between everyone. Okay, interesting. My wife has taught the youngest she can blame others for her actions to avoid consequences. She just says the word, one of the teens will get punished without question. I don't love that. There's no doubt she's my wife's favorite. I love her, but she's becoming nothing more than an entitled brat. As just a mere example, my wife and I had an appointment we both needed to attend. When we came back, it was apparent the pool had been used. They're not allowed to swim while we aren't home. Yeah. That's dangerous. As the youngest divulged, Mommy, I was in my room coloring. I never went swimming. The teen said that was not true. She had gone swimming as well. Only the teens were punished. My wife refused to give the youngest any type of consequence. I later found her wet swimming suit hidden in the garage. My wife and I argued. I felt strongly she needed to not only be punished for swimming, but also for lying. After a relentless disagreement, I was silenced as she gave the youngest a very minimal consequence. It's interesting that your wife is teaching her how to avoid consequences.
Ah.
Very interesting.
Ah.
Mother like daughter.
The lying,
Ah.
blaming, and favoritism ultimately caused the teens to act out understandably. Most of their consequences are done by giving more chores, specifically the chores that the 6-year-old has. Or, as recent, they were removed from music lessons as a consequence. Yeah, it really doesn't surprise me that your wife, her older daughters and niece are at odds, because this sounds like very unfair. I believe they are so frustrated they don't even care when they verbally attack their mother after her unfair treatment toward them. After all, they already get blamed and punished for things they don't even do. From my perspective, lashing out gives them a release. We've had countless tiring arguments. She'd either not see her faults, or we'd agree to do this and that, but it's never actually done. It's really interesting that she is instilling these values in her youngest daughter, because I feel like she also has those values. Blame everybody else, don't accept consequences. I decided to write her a performance review as a stay-at-home mom. Okay.
Not the brightest of ideas.
I gotta let you know, like, I was like a little bit triggered by by the title of this and the performance review thing. I understand you've had arguments about this, and maybe this is sort of your last resort. I just don't love the performance review.
Thanks, baby cakes.
Her areas in need of improvement, well, it was a lot. But I touched on how she needs to listen better, stop being biased, be fair in all her decisions, stop making rash decisions without taking all 3 kids into consideration. I recommended her to give each child the same amount of one-on-one time alone to speak, or just be with one another. Okay, so I'm gonna actually tell you guys something that I feel like your heart was in the right place with the performance review thing. I just think that you could have went about it a different way. Both me and my husband are in therapy. He was given this sort of couples sharing exercise thing by his therapist, and it's proved to be, as long as both people are really, really like devoted to it, you can't have one person in the couple interested in doing it and the other one not sharing. Both of you have to do this on like a weekly basis to like check in. So it's called Thanos. It's couples sharing exercise, and it's an acronym. So F is for feelings.
U is for you and me.
where you share with your partner a feeling you have. You may use a list of feelings if it could help you identify feelings. A is for affirmations. Affirm your partner for something she has done. So affirming means telling them something they did right.
Yes!
Not just criticism here. Needs. State a need you have today, not necessarily one that must be met by your partner. Ownership. Take responsibility and apologize for something that you have said or done.
I'm sorry. What are you?
It's not just
So, that's part of the whole reason I am infatuated with Potato is fully self-aware. Fully self-aware. Fully admits the things and immediately tries to fix it.
just about placing the blame on the other person. It's about having open communication and recognizing that both people could be better. Struggles. Here you have an opportunity to tell your partner the status of any struggles that you're having. It could be about the relationship or just in general. Mike and I have used this, and listen, Mike and I's relationship isn't perfect. We fight like every couple, and we actually haven't needed to do this since. This was like an eye-opening, wonderful exercise that really helped us be intimate and to really hear each other out and not just like place blame. Because I think that in fights, couples have the tendency to place blame. The affirming is super important, and taking ownership is also super important. So hearing your partner say that you are doing some things right, and also taking ownership, like hearing that they are taking ownership for things that they could have done better. So that's super important when giving your partner feedback. Super great exercise. I feel like if we had changed the whole performance review thing to the couple sharing exercise, where it wasn't just like, this is what you need to do better. I understand she's up. Like, I understand she's not handling things in the best way, but I feel like this could have been a better way to approach it. So it wouldn't be entirely a slap to her face. I gave her accolades on her strong points for other areas aside from parenting. I felt this would work best.
That is not correct.
Because I could organize my thoughts on paper without interjecting. However, it quickly backfired in my face. She was quiet for the first hour I handed it to her. Then she completely exploded on me. Said if we were going to do this type of stuff, she'll get a private bank account and take half my paycheck every week. Oh. She further said the review was a manipulative, sexist move. Am I the a-hole?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so something important to note here. I know that this is like someone who has a history of like maybe not taking responsibility for things, but I do think it's important for not just this to be like something where you give her. It's a sharing exercise, and saying it out loud is also super helpful. Another important thing to do with this exercise is to speak, and the partner literally just listens for their turn. It's not one-sided. Both couples have to participate. If you do this exercise in the way that you're supposed to do it, once a week, especially when things are bad, make sure you keep it up. As long as both couples are receptive, like, I do feel like it would really, really help. But if they're not receptive and they just take it as you kind of attacking them, it's no bueno.
It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good.
Everyone sucks here. The concerns you have are legitimate and it needs an urgent solution. But the way you went about it is really unhealthy. The parenting of your children is not a project. You're not her boss. You are her husband and the father of her kid. See, this is why the performance review thing is like, this is something that you would do like at work for an employee. She's not an employee, she's a partner. Giving her a performance review comes across as condescending and, as she said, manipulative. Yeah, I would agree with this comment. It's one-sided. I would feel defensive too. I'm curious to know how it would be if you tried this specific exercise instead of just like placing blame, letting her also have a turn. I don't know, I'm leaning toward you're the a-hole. I'm wondering if we're getting an unbiased version of events about the parenting issues. For example, the pool thing, why would you hold the 6-year-old equally responsible to their teenage siblings? Why does it matter what the 6-year-old claimed? If the 6-year-old went swimming alone, the teenage babysitters should be punished for allowing it. That's actually a very good point. The 6-year-old does know, they might be old enough to know, but the older teenagers are a little bit more responsible. She shouldn't have zero punishment, but I do think that the people that are babysitting, the kids that are babysitting and older, do know better, do have a little bit more responsibility with regards to the swimming thing. If they all went swimming, the 6-year-old was just following the example of their much older siblings. Maybe OP's wife isn't believing everything the 6-year-old said, so much as reasonably treating the other children differently based on their ages. Edit, I'm not saying you can't punish the kid for lying, but when it comes to pool safety, it makes sense to be quite harsh with the teenagers who allowed a child in the pool without adult supervision, versus giving the kid a standard lying lying is bad punishment. Some of y'all are saying the 6-year-old might have egged on the teenagers, which is just a ridiculous thought to me. A poorly supervised 6-year-old is going to try and do all sorts of dumb and dangerous stuff. Punishing them severely isn't going to fix the issue. They need proper supervision. If the teenagers aren't responsible enough to keep the 6-year-old in check, then OP's the a-hole for leaving them in a dangerous situation. Also, what do y'all want? For the kid to be punished for lying before her parents knew she lied. The older kids were punished initially because someone went swimming and they were in charge. The younger was punished for lying after it was proved that she lied. I think OP's the a-hole for having a problem with that. Okay, interesting perspective. I think that the issue is that the 6-year-old had no punishment whatsoever. It is the older kid's responsibility more, but I think the 6-year-old also does know that that's not something that she should be doing, and it's also for her own safety, right? It is that deep. Like, it's pretty serious. Are you her employer? Because employers give performance reviews. Partners do not give performance reviews. Your family, including yourself, needs therapy, a lot of therapy, a lot of therapy. You're the a-hole. I think I agree that this could be an everyone sucks here, because I don't think that the wife and the mother are handling things.
Calling all anime fans. Dive into a creative journey with our anime paint by numbers kit. Inside, you'll find everything you need: a printed canvas, premium acrylic paints, brushes, and a reference guide to help you every step of the way. Start by matching the colors to the numbers. It's so simple.
Well, I don't love the performance review. Like, that is like, don't love that. I think the heart was in the right place. I think it could have been handled better. Everyone sucks here. She should be listening better, but seriously, a performance review, what kind of reaction did you expect? You're treating her like a temp worker, not your partner. That was unbelievably condescending. You seem to have a you versus me mentality instead of an us versus the problem. Y'all need to find a way to communicate better in a non-adversarial way. Time to get into couples counseling and talk about this like adults. Yes. I think I agree with everyone in the comments. I think it is an everyone sucks here. Yeah. Moving on. Am I overreacting for leaving when my boyfriend told my daughter, "You have an ugly face"? My boyfriend, 39 male, and I, 32 female, took my 2 young kids on a long weekend getaway after the Thanksgiving holiday. We've been together almost 3 years, but we've recently only started to incorporate my kids more in our life together in a meaningful way. When buckling my preschool-aged daughter into her car seat throughout the weekend, he would tell her, "Suck in your fat belly." Now my daughter is saying she has a fat belly, which I'm not happy about. More importantly, Sunday morning, at the end of our stay, my boyfriend leaned over and said something near my daughter's face, to which she replied,
"Ew, something stinks,"
and covered her nose. I giggled and told my boyfriend, "I think she's saying you have morning breath." He looked back at her and said, "Well,
You have an ugly face, and that's why you need to wear makeup.
are we
Okay.
for real right now?
I'm gonna end stream. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate being here. Thanks for all the birthday love. Kisses, kisses. Bye, love you. Bye.